You're listening to Adrian College NCAA Baseball on 96.5 The Cave, 965thecave.com, and the Adrian College Sports Network. It's the championship bracket game winner to the National Championship Series. We welcome you back to Classic Park in East Lake, Ohio, home of the Lake County Captains, the high A affiliate of the Cleveland Guardians. This broadcast tonight being brought to you by Adrian College, Mary Funeral Homes, Lenawee Community Mental Health Authority, Martin's Home Center, Matthew Eichhorn with the Taylor Agency, SkyTech Sports Bar, Justice Pro Mechanical, Dynamic Industrial Supply, O'Connor & Sons Flooring, Adrian Dry Cleaners, and Planet Fitness of Adrian. With that, we welcome you out to the nightcap, the final game in bracket play. One team has already punched their ticket to the National Championship Series. That would be Denison. They await the winner of your Bulldogs and the Gulls of Endicott. Ian Wendt, Josh Mitchell up here in the booth with you. Hoping to have Larry Tuttle back for Wednesday, and if he's back, that means the Bulldogs have found a way to reach the National Championship Series for the first time in program history. This team has already set program records for number of wins in a season, number of wins in the College World Series with 3. They're trying to keep writing history for Adrian College here tonight. And Josh, this game almost didn't happen for the Bulldogs. They had a comfortable lead going to the 9th. Yes, earlier today, nearly gave it up to Endicott, but ended up finding a way to win 10-9.
Yeah, man, a crazy end to that game as Adrian gives up 6 runs, only wins by 1 in a game they had controlled the entire way. But now it's a clean slate. A 1-run win counts the same as a 7-run win, even if it doesn't feel quite as easy for us in the booth. It still counts the same on the final tally. So for this Adrian team, it's hard to beat the same team twice, but both of these teams have won one. So there you go. Both teams have won one. So now it's a clean slate. You're going to go and you're going to get both teams' best here today, and the bats are going to have to show up for both these teams if they want a chance to win. Your pitchers are stretched thin for both these teams, and both these teams have very deep pitching staffs. So for them to have stretched as far as they have, this is going to be a fun game.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the first time in the College World Series, Adrian College will be the home team in this contest. They will be in the first base dugout. They've spent the entire World Series in the third base dugout, but they will be the home team. I had a chance to talk to Adrian College head baseball coach and athletic director Craig Rainey ahead of this one from our spot in the right field bleachers, getting ready for this showdown. It's the Bulldogs and the Gulls coming up. You're listening to Bulldog Baseball on the Adrian College Sports Network. Good evening, baseball fans. For 96.5 The Cave, 965thecave.com, and the Adrian College Sports Network, I'm Ian Wendt, alongside Josh Mitchell and Adrian College head baseball coach Craig Rainey, following probably the craziest game of this D3 Baseball World Series, and that's because the 9th inning was interesting. But the Bulldogs get the win over Endicott 10-9 and move on to this winner wins the bracket and playing for a national championship later this week. I feel like we should split the game up between the first 8 and the final 9, but I guess your overall thoughts on just finding a way to win.
Yeah, the first 8 were great. You know, we played well. We got great pitching. Lincoln Lipinski did a great job after Ambrose, gave us a solid, 3-inning start, 4-inning start. Lincoln came in and kind of closed the door for 5 innings. Got us to the 9th with a lead, and then anytime you get to this time of the year and teams, like, nobody wants to go home, so like those last 3 outs are the hardest ones to get, and they put together a little bit of a rally, but we made a couple big pitches when we needed to. Ben Bates was really good and handcuffed the last guy with a runner in scoring position, and we move on, and we survive and get to play again.
Offensively, 11 singles, and that's it. No extra base hits. Plenty of bunt singles, too. Just talk about grinding it away offensively.
Yeah, that's kind of who we are, right? We don't have a whole lot of, like, big-time power guys. We got a couple guys in the lineup that can do it. But we just have to manufacture. We have to piece things together. That's kind of who we are offensively, and we use our speed on the base pass, use our ability to bunt, steal some bases, move guys around, and that's just who we've been, since really, the tournament started, the MIAA tournament, and the regionals, super regionals, now to the World Series.
In your team's 3 wins, Jack Boyke has been awesome in that 9 spot. It's hard not to talk about this guy, and he came through with some big RBIs for you late in the game, and you kind of expect that out of your senior, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, that's what seniors are there for, right? And that's why they're there. They've been in the moment. They've been in crunch time. They've had to perform. And he's one of the guys. He's been in the lineup since probably his sophomore year. So 3 years under his belt of playing in high leverage games and being competitive. And that's what you hope for. You hope to get some of those guys up. Same thing with Lincoln Lipinski. I think he threw 95 pitches today. He hasn't thrown more than, I don't think, 2 or 3 innings for us all year. He's been mainly our closer, but we wanted to leverage him when we could today, and we felt like he was the right guy after Ambrose to come in, different look, throws a little harder, a little more depth to the slider. And he did great. I mean, if you'd have told me today that he was going to throw 95 pitches, I would probably lost a lot of money.
And then to stick with him, right? I mean, I'm sure the conversations were quick. Hey, how's your arm? Good, Skip. I'm going out there. Did he have that look that we talked about in regionals, Lipinski?
Yeah, I mean, he had it all day today, and he wanted it. We knew, and honestly, if you ask him, he knew the tank was on empty. But, when you have a 7-run lead in the 9th, we were trying to save a guy, or 2. And, if he could have got a couple guys to hit it at people, we could have got through the 9th. But didn't work like that, and some of the other guys had to step up and pick up where he left off.
Talking Bulldog baseball with Craig Raney. All right, I got to ask about the 9th. I mean, you had a bag full of relievers, and we saw 5 different guys pitch in the 9th. But you said it's hard to get those final 3 outs. But Ben Bates was finally the answer to get the final 2. Eddie Bienisz with a smart play to go home to get a force. That run ended up being big. Could you talk about those 2, Eddie being a senior and Ben being a junior?
Yeah, I mean, they're guys that have pitched for us a lot. I mean, Eddie's been anywhere from a starter early in the season when we had some guys down to being a middle reliever to being the end of the game guy right now. So like we've leveraged him in a lot of different situations, and he's a senior, and we just wanted his leadership on the mound and his competitiveness and things, and then Ben was high risk, high reward. I mean, he throws hard, and he's got a really good slider, and but he at times has been wild, and today he wasn't, and thank God. And he came in and made some really good pitches in some really tough situations, and he also, I thought, really controlled like the moment. The moment didn't get too big for him. He was in there and looked pretty, looked like it was a 7-0 game when he came in. So that's awesome. But those guys have that experience, and that's, they've been through it before. So you got to kind of lean on those guys.
Talking Bulldog baseball with Craig Raney. All right, so the final swinging strikeout to get the final out of the game. Would relief be an appropriate word for you and the guys in the dugout, or what was going through your mind down there?
Yeah, I mean, it was just survive and get to another game, right? And that's what it's been kind of our motto since we lost and things. And we knew we had to manage the 9th inning, and luckily we made a couple big pitches, and we get to do it all over again tonight. But tonight will be the same thing. It'll be back and forth, and we gotta control what we can control and continue to compete for 9 innings. I don't think this thing will be over in the 1st, and it may not be over in the 9th.
Yeah, let's get to this all-important game win, and you're playing for the National Championship Series in a couple days. And obviously everyone puts that in perspective. They know what that means for this program and just all the success that you've had with the Bulldogs. I mean, nothing else really has to be said, right? For the guys between games, like, look, got to win one more, and then we're playing for a national championship. So, I mean, was there a message yet, or will there be one before the first pitch from you?
Yeah, we already talked, and we said the same thing. Like, if you'd have told us in September, October, November, hey, like this season's going to come down to 1 9-inning game to get to the national championship series, like we'd have taken it and ran with it, right? Because there's a lot of teams that didn't make it this far, that probably could have made it this far. So, like, we're not, where we want to be, but we are where we want to be because we're playing in the game that gets you to where you want to be. So yeah, the guys will be ready to go. We've spent all season getting ready for this. If you can't get up for 9 more innings with this on the line, like you don't have a heartbeat, right?
That's right. One more for you. I've asked you before each game. Who are we going with, at least for inning number 1? The game plan probably a little bit different. I just want to see who you're going with today.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit of pitching chaos for us today. We, obviously we're short, with guys that are going to extend and go long. So how about this? Stay tuned. You may be surprised. The suspense will kill you.
So you're telling me you don't know right now?
I might know. How much you got? How much you want to know?
I guess I'll have to wait for first pitch. Do we finally get to be the home team in this game, Coach? Do you know?
We do get to be the home team.
All right,
Finally.
No.
But we're staying in the blacks.
Love it. Well, Coach, thanks for the time. Appreciate it as always. What a big spot for these guys in this moment. They deserve it. Let's go get one more and play on Wednesday.
Yeah, that'd be great. Let's go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Once again, head baseball coach Craig Rainey. Bulldogs taking on Endicott for the second time today and third time in the College Baseball World Series. Winner to the championship series here at East Lake, Ohio. For 96.5 The Cave, 965thecave.com. I'm Ian Wentz. Josh Mitchell up in the booth. First pitch with a starting pitcher to be determined. We'll tell you who it is right after this. All right, the question has been answered, and we had to dig deep down in the roster to find this guy. Adrenaline pumping through the veins of the Adrian College starting pitcher. His name, folks, it's Anthony Petrillo. You've seen his name in the recaps for games, but just twice late in the regular season. Josh, Coach talked about pitching chaos. This is about as chaotic as you could get. If you were Endicott, you're not thinking this guy's throwing pitches today.
Petrola, a guy, he's pitched in 2 games, and they were the 2 games at the end of the regular season that Adrian lost. One out at Hope, and then another non-conference game after the conference was already decided, and 2 games that didn't have an impact. Adrian kind of pitched kind of whoever in those games, and Petrola was one of the guys that went out. And Coach said, a guy that doesn't have the most velocity, but if you can get even just 1 inning, maybe even 1 out of him, you'll be happy. This is going to be pitching chaos at its true finest. You expect both teams to make many calls to their bullpen, but that's what you get at this point of the tournament, and a winner take all game.
Adam Reagan to lead off for Endicott. His first pitch from Petrillo is called a ball. First pitch at 9:46 on this Monday night. Game time temperature 62 degrees, a slight breeze. Barely moving the flagpoles out in deep center field. Petrillo comes home. It is inside, ball 2. And we've seen a couple ball games today, plenty of high-scoring ones. The Bulldogs won a 19-run game earlier, split between the 2 schools. We'll see what pitching staff can calm things down. Reagan waits for the 2-0. It's a outside fastball. 3-0 on the leadoff hitter for the Gulls, the designated hitter.
The designated hitter is Adam Reagan, and it is Leponis, Gabrinski, Bernardo Walsh, Fusco, Ham, Benestead, and Camadol to close through the lineup. The same lineup that has come out for every game so far for Endicott.
Petrillo's 3-0 was a strike. He comes set the righty for the 3-1, and it's inside for ball 4. So an opening batter walk for Endicott, who wears their sort of a two-lane looking green up on the top of their uniform, the white pants. The Bulldogs stand in their all-black jerseys. Adrian in gold across the front, gold letters and numbers on the Bulldog uniforms. TJ Laponis, the shortstop, takes his first swings, the senior for Endicott. Adrian's win earlier today, 40th on the season. First time in program history. Laponis puts the bat out, tries a bunt, and Petrillo's pitch is off speed, but it's in for a strike.
Laponis, the 4-year starter, made the World Series all 4 years that he has been playing at Endicott. Has yet to win it all, and he'd love an opportunity to play for it again.
0-1 pitch to Laponis. The Bulldog third baseman, Rolando Jimenez, creeping up on the grass. Laponis takes a swing at this one. Deep right field, it's going to fall foul. Into the Adrian College bullpen, which you imagine will be quite active throughout this contest. A couple guys that you're pretty sure will not see will be Ambrose Horvath, the starter in the early game. Lincoln Lipinski, who threw about 100 pitches earlier today.
Other than that, you could see anybody. And
I mean, Sean Parker might still have a weak arm a little bit from yesterday, but
at this point, a weak arm might be better than no arm.
How about this? A ground ball. Back to Petrillo. Goes to second for one. On the first. Will not be a double play, but a heads-up job by the young man from Tampa, Florida, to grab that ground ball on the mound. Spin and fire to second base for the first out. And there's one gone in the top of the first inning. One on first base still. And it's now time for Kyle Grabowski.
Yeah, great job by Petrillo that time. Just to spin around, fired over to Bruder at second for the first out. Didn't quite get a clean transfer on it, or that had a chance for two, and man, that'd have had the dugout rocking.
He has now completed his third inning and 2/3 of his season. This pitch is over for a called strike. Not a ton of velocity, such as Sean Parker would feature, or Lincoln Lipinski. A little different look for these Gull batters. Kyle Grabowski, the third baseman for Endicott College, out of Beverly, Massachusetts. Breaking ball hit in the air toward Jack Boyke in center. He backs up a few steps, and he's gloved it for the second out of the first inning. Petrillo, after the opening walk, has retired 2 straight. And with the man at first base, the lineup moves over to Cade Bernardo, the first baseman for Endicott.
Bernardo up next as the flags in center field hang limp. They were blowing in pretty rough off the lake earlier today, but under the lights, pitch black skies in East Lake, Ohio.
Anthony Petrillo comes set. 2 outs, a man at first. Maybe a bit low. Could have been a touch outside. Our home plate umpire is Aaron Stokey. At first base, the crew chief, Cole Lump. At second, Drew Hoagland. And at third, Joe Iglio. 1-0 to Bernardo. Petrillo brings it home. It's an off-speed pitch over the outstretched glove of Rolando Jimenez at third. And that should be probably ruled a base hit, as that jump off the grass jumped over Rolando's head. And there's 2 on with 2 out in the first.
Yeah, that one just caught a small imperfection in the grass and popped straight up and over the head of Jimenez. Bruder was ranging over from short. Couldn't quite get far enough back to keep it in the infield.
Brendan Walsh, the batter, hit a home run in the first contest that Adrian won 10-9 to force this bracket championship game. Denison awaits the winner in the National Championship Series. This one in the dirt. Gabe Jones gets to it late, and it's going to be a swipe of third base of the Endicott base runner, and Walsh with a man at third and at first with 2 out in the top of the first inning.
Brandon Walsh, the biggest power bat probably in this entire tournament. He's got 2 home runs in said tournament, 14 on the year.
Runner taken off from second, deep into the hole. It's going to get into left field for an RBI for Brendan Walsh. And the score is now 1-0 Endicott with 2 outs still in the first inning. Waited back on that breaking ball. And it's 1-0 Gulls in the top of inning number 1.
That one a hard knock past a diving Nick Bruder from his shortstop position. Couldn't quite keep it in. And we got a 1-run game in the first inning.
A lefty in the pen for Adrian College. That bullpen will be active. Wait a minute. There's a baseball on the field from the aforementioned bullpen. We'll take a minute to talk about the Bulldog fielders. Gabe Jones is the catcher. Third base, Rolando Jimenez. Nick Bruder, the shortstop. Casey Finn at second. Christian Oliver at first. Jake Burns in left. Jack Boyke in center. Jackson McGuigan in right. Here's the pitch. First one is a swing and a miss by John Fusco. Nice work there by Anthony Petrillo. Trying to get this first inning under his belt. 2 goals on, 2 out. Top of the first inning, it's 1-0 Endicott. Petrillo comes set, checks second, kicks the leg and deals. Fastball away, ball 1 to Fusco, the left fielder.
Fusco 3 for 5 in the first game earlier today.
Petrillo steps on the rubber, comes set. He is ready, the 1-1. It bounces in, and that's going to get away from Gabe Jones, and the runners move up 90 feet. 2-1 to Fusco. And runners at second and third here in the top of the first inning. So the leadoff walk, then a couple of outs, and then Endicott's put a couple hits together. 1-0 Gulls.
Big chance here. I mean, 2 runners in scoring position. You feel like runs are going to come fast and furious throughout this game today. You need to strand as many as you can.
2-1 is high. 3-1 to Fusco.
Especially with 2 outs, that's going to be opportunities for both teams. 2 outs, runners in scoring position. What do you do?
The righty Petrillo and Fusco, the lefty. Here comes the 3-1. It's off the end of the bat, foul behind home plate. You know, hey, sometimes the velocity change can get into the head of hitters.
Especially if you've got a guy throwing a little bit softer, and if you're able to bring in a guy who's going to put more velocity on it next time a batter comes to the plate.
Payoff pitch from Petrillo. It hits him, and it's going to load the bases with 2 outs. It's full of Gulls in the top of the first inning. It's 1-0 Endicott. Moving the lineup down to A.J. Ham. He's playing second base for Endicott, who has 42 wins on their season, 12 losses. Bulldogs 40-13.
Danger alert here with bases loaded. Trying to strand him. 2 outs.
First pitch into the dirt, ball 1. Now, Bulldogs pitched into some trouble in the first game early. Some timely pitches by Ambrose Horwath and Lincoln Lipinski limited things for Endicott. 1-0 Gulls, top of the first. Petrillo's pitch is right there for strike 1.
That one looked pretty good. He's been drifting lower, put a few in the dirt, had him get away from Gabe Jones. And Gabe Jones, with all the pitching changes, is going to have to be really good behind the plate today.
A ball and a strike. Hit in the air. It is playable, though, for Nick Bruder behind short, drifting toward the line at third. He gloves it for the 3rd out in the first inning. How about this? Anthony Petrillo allows just 1 run in the first inning, giving his team a chance to play for a national championship. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. To the bottom of the first inning we go. It's Endicott 1, Adrian 0. Bulldogs to bat when we return on the Adrian College Sports Network. Finally, the home team in this College World Series in East Lake, Ohio. 1-0 Endicott, a familiar pitcher for Adrian College for the 2nd time in this World Series. They're seeing Evan Scully, the senior righty, who didn't have his best stuff in the first time we saw the Bulldogs. And we go from a guy that's thrown 3 innings plus on the whole season to the seasoned veteran for Endicott.
Yeah, Scully, this is appearance number 19 on the year, start number 11. In 58 innings of work, he has an ERA just north of 5, but 60 strikeouts to only 16 walks. You mentioned that performance the other day. Only threw 47 pitches in 2.2 innings. Got pulled out early so that he would be able to come into this game here today. Scully gave up 2 runs on 6 hits and 1 walk. Only struck out 1 batter in the 15 that he faced on Saturday.
Leadoff batter is Nick Bruder. The Bulldog shortstop takes inside for ball 1. Here's the Bulldog lineup. It's Nick Bruder, Orlando Jimenez, Gabe Jones, Christian Oliver, Jackson McGuigan, Brendan Willitson, Jake Burns, Casey Finn, and Jack Boyke. This one's poked in the air to right field. It's going to be caught for the initial out. Nick Bruder flies out to Brendan Walsh patrolling right field.
And that'll bring Rolando Jimenez to the plate. Jimenez 6 for 16 in this tournament. In the game earlier today, he put together a performance with 2 hits and 2 walks.
Jimenez pulls the bat back on a bunt for hit attempt. That was a play that worked pretty well for Adrian College in the later innings earlier against Endicott. Got a couple guys reaching on what were supposed to be sacrifice bunts, turned into bunt singles. Breaking ball comes over for a called strike to Jimenez.
Yeah, Adrian had 11 hits in that first game. No extra base hits. 11 singles to put up 10 runs.
1-1. Jimenez waves and misses for strike number 2. 1 out, bottom of the first inning. Bulldogs trail this 1-0. Winner to the National Championship Series. Jimenez on the ground toward A.J. Ham at second. He'll grab and flip for the second out in the first inning. Just got over the pitcher Scully, but right there is Ham to retire Jimenez. And now the lineup moves to Gabe Jones, who's had a memorable World Series, a grand slam on Friday. Quite a few walks for Jonesy and a handful of hits outside of the home run.
Yeah, Jones has been good, and it feels like, yeah, you won that first game with 11 singles, but you're going to need some power here.
Here's a ball down the line. That's some power for Jones. It will be held to a single as Walsh cuts it off quickly. First pitch swinging for Jones, and that's the first Bulldog base runner. It's a 2-out knock by Gabe Jones. Moves the lineup over to Christian Oliver. So Gabe continues to swing a good bat here in Eastlake.
Yeah, good swing by Jones. You put it right down the line on the first base side, and you get a base runner in the first inning. Last thing you want to do is go down 1-2-3.
Scully's slider into Christian Oliver for a called strike. A lot of Tampa, Florida guys in the Adrian lineup, with Anthony Petrillo getting the start on the hill. Christian Oliver, one of them. Next pitch, a slider away, ball 1. Jimenez, also a Tampa native. So it's crazy. All the local Lenawee County guys. And then you go way down south to Florida. 1-1 to Oliver. Slider swung on and fouled right at home plate. 2 outs. Jones at first base. Adrian down 1-0, bottom of the first. 1-2 to Oliver. Slider inside corner. He gets the call for strike 3. Oliver goes down looking. The Bulldogs get a base runner, but that is it. To the top of inning number 2 we go here at the College World Series. We'll be back with more Adrian College baseball.
Hello, I'm Jason Ferguson, Managing Director of Mary Funeral Home in Tecumseh. Our facility was built with care, for comfort, for community, and for the quiet moments that matter most. Surrounded by peace, but close to town, it's a place where families can gather, reflect, and remember. With dedicated pre-arrangement counselors and a passionate, experienced team, we're here to help you plan ahead or walk with you when the time comes. At Mary Funeral Homes, we're guiding you through life's most difficult times.
The best in regional sports from Southeast Michigan. WLEN HD2 W243AD. Adrian 96.5 The Cave.
Anthony Petrillo out for inning number 2 here in Eastlake, Ohio. Ian went, Josh Mitchell up in the booth. Larry Tuttle, the coach, couldn't be here today. He's hoping to book a trip here to later this week. That'd be the National Championship Series, but business to take care of first in this bracket championship game. It's 1-0 Endicott as we enter inning number 2. Mr. Petrillo out on the bump for the Bulldogs. Again, there's going to be action pretty much all night in the Adrian College bullpen. Not a ton of arms used, but some of the higher leverage guys not available, you would think, for Bulldog coach Craig Rainey. So after a first inning where they allowed 1 run on 2 hits, a walk, Petrillo able to get out of it with minimal damage.
Yeah, you only gave up the 1 run in that first inning. You left the bases loaded. And it's going to be a key stat. How many of the runners can you strand on base? Because there's going to be a lot of them.
This fastball gets the zone to James Benestad. He is the catcher for Endicott. He is a junior, bats just under 300 this year, 295. 0-1 on the ground, foul toward the Endicott dugout. Quickly 0-2 to Benestad. We'll see if Petrillo has an out pitch here. Field plays Benestad pretty much straight up. Under the lights here in East Lake as we are in inning number 2. Petrillo comes set from the stretch. Breaking ball, he waved and missed. Or did he foul it off? They say foul ball right at home plate.
If he got it, he barely touched it. Gabe Jones thought he was going to get a strikeout call.
Big swing by Benestad there. Just could not connect.
I mean, when you're playing a guy who's only thrown 3 innings, you're going to be trying to tee off.
0-2 again. Fastball on the ground. Rolando Jimenez charging, scoops it, throws across. Nicely done. Jimenez to Christian Oliver for the first out in the second inning. Petrillo dealing here early in the frame.
That was first team all-conference stuff there. Full speed run in for Jimenez. Grabs it off the bounce. Quick transfer. Throw on the run. On point to Christian Oliver.
Yeah, he's only been doing that all season. We were kind of used to seeing that from his second base position, but looks very natural over there at third. It's Trevor Camuto, the batter. He swings at the first pitch. This ball is deep to left center. Boyke and Burns. It'll be Jake Burns on the warning track for allowed out number 2 for the Gulls.
And you're going to need some breaks like that if you're Adrian. There's going to be some hard contact. That one ends up on the warning track in left center, but does not escape the confines of Classic Park.
Again, a lefty warm in the pen. When coach wants to go there. Wonder what the plan is here today. 2 outs in the Endicott second. It is Adam Reagan, the top of the order. His second at bat. He walked his first time up to open the ball game.
Little surprised that Petrillo is staying in here against an order again.
This fastball crushed out to left. If it's fair, it's gone. It is a foul ball.
Wow.
Foul ball is the call down the line at third. The third base umpire, Joe Iglio, says foul ball, and here comes Brian Haley out to argue. It was way over the foul pole.
It was.
But foul is the call on the field, and now we're going to get a conference. Interesting, the game before this, East Texas Baptist and Denison. East Texas Baptist thought they had a home run. Waved off, called a foul ball down the line.
Yeah, man, that one was so far over the foul pole. Absolutely crushed baseball. And the foul pole's not particularly tall here at Classic Park.
I don't know how you can change it. They're going to check the video out. Honestly, I don't know what you're going to see. Like, you're looking for angles when the ball crossed the foul pole line.
You also, I don't know if there's a camera angle directly down the line. They do have a decent number of cameras here at Classic Park for the World Series, where they are allowed to
Boy,
do
big old bat
World
flip by
Review.
Reagan.
Oh, he knew he got all of it, and that's why I said, I mean, I was shocked that you're going to let him go a second time through the lineup. I mean, once a guy's seen the off-speed or lower velocity stuff one time, they're going to tee it up eventually.
And Coach Craig Randy out to talk with home plate umpire. So a couple guys with the headset on, they don't get to look at it. I don't know what video is going to show you a definitive look of where the baseball, I mean, it was a big-time hit.
Yeah, again, because, like, we look at it, and there's no camera angle right down the line from the cameras that they have. So I don't think there's any way you can change that. I mean, the third base umpire has the best look, and he's the one who made the call.
Yeah, the call on the field was foul. They're looking at this upstairs in the fifth official area. So it is either 1-0 Endicott or a solo home run for Adam Reagan. Again, on the field, foul ball.
And again, maybe
we get different views than you'd have to get a cross section of down the line at third and then in from left field or in from center field and then do some geometry.
Yeah, I think
trigonometry and try to figure out where the baseball crossed.
I think you can look at it as long as you want. I don't think there's any way off the camera angles that they have that you can.
Joe Iglio was staring right at it, and he called foul. There's no one deep down the line and left either.
They're taking a while to look at it, which is interesting. Just looking at every angle, I guess, to see if there's one that gives any options.
There will be one coach not happy, one coach happy.
And an interesting thing here is, I believe what we've been told is both coaches are only allowed to ask for 2 video review challenges. So Endicott using one here, they would, I believe, only have one the rest of the game, which you never know, might come up later.
You need this to be obvious.
Yeah,
and they don't. Look, if you're,
it's fascinating. They're still looking at this, which is,
We saw a play at home plate earlier. You had about 3 different camera angles. You got plays at first base, second, third, all of that.
There is
all covered, but you don't have that specific look you want.
Yeah, I mean, they can look, right? They can try to find something, but I mean, I really do not think there's any way you can overturn the call on the field.
And here they come. Headsets off. Coming out to let everybody know here at Classic Park. Upon review, foul ball. So just a loud strike to Adam Reagan, and the upset manager will be Brian Haley. And the guy breathing some relief will be Craig Rainey.
And the third base umpire giving him a couple words to try and explain. And basically saying, well, we already said that there's no angle. It's my call. Yeah. I'm the one on the line, and there's no possible way to overturn it.
The 1-1 offering to Adam Reagan is low and away. Ball 2.
Reagan shows bunt after knocking that. I mean, I can't believe that.
2 outs, top of the second. Endicott 1, Adrian nothing. Gulls are the visitors in this game. Petrillo's pitch. Curveball hit in the air toward Jack Boyke. It is right at Jack in center. How about this stuff from Anthony Petrillo? 2 innings of 1-run baseball for a guy that's thrown 3 1/3 all season long. This guy's got the dog in him right now. Bulldog bats look to come alive in the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Gulls 1, the Bulldogs 0 here at Classic Park in Eastlake, Ohio. Ian Wendt, Josh Mitchell at the College World Series on a Monday night in East Lake, Ohio. 1-0 Endicott. As we go to the second inning, the story thus far, Anthony Petrillo for Adrian College, the junior, playing in his third game, according to the stats of his Bulldog career. He's played 2 games at the end of the regular season, and here he is in the World Series. He's given us 2 innings of 1-run baseball. And now Adrian College to the plate for the second time in this contest. It'll be the blazing hot bat of Jackson McGuigan, and the Bulldogs need a little bit more out of J-Mac to move to the National Championship Series, but this guy has been outstanding this whole weekend in the field and at the plate.
McGuigan batting .500 in the World Series, 7 for 14, a walk. He's been hit by pitch 3 times.
And the pitch by Evan Scully over for a called strike. The junior from Manchester stands in. The senior Scully lifts the leg, delivers home. It's low and away. Ball 1 to McGuigan.
And as you mentioned as well, McGuigan has played an excellent series in right field as well.
Even count to McGuigan. Outside, ball 2. Scully working relatively quickly. He pitches from the stretch. It's somewhat of a closed reset. Waist high with the pitch. McGuigan slow tapper out in front of home. The speedster trying to beat out the throw. He won't. Scully gets there in time to throw to first base. And Bernardo right there to secure it for the first out.
Tough tapper there, and the speed from Scully off of the mound to get over and get it. Didn't get him by much. McGuigan gave it a good run, but still an out.
The senior Brendan Willitson gets an at-bat here. He's the designated hitter. Did a nice job in the first game. Willie rolls one over right to A.J. Hammett, second. 1 pitch out, and there's 2 gone in the Bulldog half of the second. Well, for how many runs were scored in the last game, this is not going according to the script I thought. I thought we'd be seeing more runs at this point, but it's 1-0, top or bottom of the second.
Well, that's the thing. Endicott planned for this, right? They took Scully out of a game early, didn't throw more than 50 pitches. So even though, you're on the last day, you've got really one of your better guys out there. If you are Endicott, the question is how long can he go? That's why for Adrian, trying to force him off and get into the bullpen will be very important.
Quickly 0-1 to Jake Burns. Burns fouls back the 0-1 pitch.
And to do that, you need quality at bats. And so far, Adrian, a lot of 1-pitch ground outs, 1-pitch fly outs. Not been able to increase this pitch count early to try and get to Scully.
0-2 to Burns, the sophomore from Tecumseh. Ooh, inside, nearly got him with the fastball. Burns a home run in this World Series. Handful of hits for Burnsy, one of the guys that will provide some power in this Adrian lineup.
And you feel like you're going to need the power to show up if you want to win tonight.
1-2 to Burns. Scully's pitch. It is on the corner. Strike 3 with the fastball. That's the second strikeout looking. And the Bulldogs go quietly here in the bottom of the second inning. Will it be Petrillo out for a third inning of pitching? It is. Here comes number 42 in black and gold. Trying to keep this a 1-0 game. Endicott over Adrian. We're already to the third here in the D3 World Series. To inning number 3 at the D3 World Series. Ian Wendt, Josh Mitchell here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Coming out for inning number 3, Anthony Petrillo for the Bulldogs. He pitched 2 innings against Hope on May 2nd. He pitched 1 1/3 innings against Ohio Northern on May 4th. That was the final game of the regular season. And he's got the start here in this win to the national championship game for Adrian and Endicott. Right now he has done a whale of a job. He's allowed just 2 hits and 1 run through 2 complete innings of work. And right now he's shown no reason for Coach Craig Rainey to go to that bullpen, who we anticipate we might need here today.
I mean, can you imagine the call home for Anthony today as he is told, hey, you're going to go start a game in the World Series of D3 baseball, and he's got to call home and be like, you better be watching the game tonight, Mom, because I'm playing.
TJ Laponis takes the first pitch inside, ball 1.
We don't have a speedometer here at the ballpark, but I can guess that one was not very fast.
Not compared to some of the Adrian arms. Petrillo pours that one in for a called strike.
Like the velocity on the fastball is, I mean, nothing special, but he is doing a good job changing the difference between his fastball and his other pitches.
This one, a changeup, a wave and a miss by Laponis.
Right, like
1 and 2 on the Endicott shortstop.
Right, the velocity's not crazy, but the change in velocity is pretty noticeable, and it's given a hard time to these batters, at least in the last inning and a half.
Here's the pitch. Half swing. Did he go? No. The appeal down to first. Cole Lump says, no, sir, ball 2.
And I tell you, if he gets a strikeout here, the Adrian dugout might storm the field.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Laponis. Nobody out, top of the 3rd. Hit on a line down the left field line. It's fair into the corner. Laponis puts on the wheels. He's going to get into second base standing up with the leadoff double. Ball thrown in by Jake Burns, and a nice piece of hitting by Laponis with 2 strikes. Leadoff man on again for Endicott here in the top of inning number 3.
Good crack that time right down the third base line. Wasn't fair by more than a couple feet, but it was fair. And the spin turned the ball, went all the way into the corner next to the Endicott bullpen pitchers. And that is a leadoff double. No walkout from Coach Rainey yet. You anticipate whichever arm is getting ready in the bullpen. We can't see exactly which one, but there's a lefty ready to come in.
Leadoff man at second. Kyle Grabowski, the batter, takes low and away for ball 1. Petrillo coming into the inning, 31 pitches, 18 strikes. According to the website, that's the most pitches he's thrown in either outing this year. And he's trying to keep this a 1-0 ball game. The 1-0. Just outside, ball 2. Kyle Grabowski, the third baseman for Endicott, his second at bat. He is 0 for 1 in the contest. 1-0 Gulls, top of the 3rd. Petrillo checks second. Now he comes home with the pitch. Hit in the air to center field. Boyke arranging back. He's got room in front of the track. He'll make the catch. Tagging is Laponis as the throw comes into Bruder. A sacrifice of sorts by Grabowski. And with 1 man out, there's a guy at third for the next batter in the lineup. That is Cade Bernardo. Bernardo, the first baseman for Endicott.
Runner at third with only 1 out. Anything in the outfield will score a second run.
Infield corners come in for Bernardo. Petrillo trying to keep the man over at third. This pitch, a changeup low. 1 ball and no strikes.
That one didn't look too bad, but ended up drifting just below the zone.
Top 3, 1 out, man at third base. The 1-0. Rolled over foul back toward the third base dugout where Endicott's hanging out tonight. Again, the first time this World Series, Adrian's been the home team. They've been the road for their first 4 contests. They've beaten Rowan twice. They've defeated Endicott earlier today after losing to them on Saturday. The 1-1 curveball hit high in the air, foul out of play over our head. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bernardo.
Here you go, another favorable count. See if you can entice some soft ground ball contact. Big gap just left the second base.
1-2 coming to Bernardo. Petrillo fires. It's low and away. Good stop by Jones on the backhand. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Jones already let a couple go by him in the first inning. Good job to grab that one with a runner at third.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Petrillo trying to dig deep here. 1 out in the third. Comes home. Hit in the air. Foul down the right field line. Again, with the pitch count, it's his longest outing of the season and of his career as a Bulldog. With the out recorded, officially the longest appearance of Petrillo's Bulldog tenure. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bernardo. With 1 out in the third. Just inside. Oh, the Adrian fans wanted that one. Didn't miss by a lot. And the count is full, 3-2.
Adrian faithful gathered behind the first base side dugout on a late Monday night.
Full count to Bernardo. Here it comes. Hit in the air. It is shallow. Finn ranging out into right field. He looks up. Casey is there to make the catch, and the runner will stay at third base. What a big out by Petrillo. He's got 1 more to get through 3 complete as he got the pop out by Cade Bernardo.
Great job by Casey Finn to track that one on a high pop-up. Not easy to do when it gets up above the lights in a full nighttime environment like this, but able to track it, make the play, and not deep enough to score the run. But now you got to face Mr. Home Run, Brendan Walsh.
A home run earlier today. He has a base hit and an RBI. The lone run in this game, a curveball rolled over, fouled on the third base line. Out in front of that breaking ball, 0-1 to the right fielder Walsh. Anthony Petrillo getting the start. He's pitching here in the third. 2 outs, runner at third base, 1-0 Endicott. He comes set. The 0-1 delivery. Outside and low, breaking ball, ball 1. Bulldog infield plays Walsh to pull, as he did in his first at-bat. Bruder shading toward third. Finn more up the middle. Outfield plays him straight up, basically. The 1-1. Up and in, ball 2.
Yeah, Finn's being asked to cover a lot of ground. Basically, the entire center towards first.
And we got a timeout at the plate called by Walsh. Time to readjust his batting glove, step into the righty batter's box. Petrillo down on the count, 2 balls and a strike to Brendan Walsh. 1-0 Gulls, man at third for Endicott. Petrillo is set, kicks the leg and delivers home a curveball, slapped down the line, foul. Way ahead of that curve or a slide piece from Petrillo, but that's allowed strike number 2.
Another one put into the corner. But that one drifts foul as these players trying to time up Petrillo still.
2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 out. Top 3. Petrillo lifts the left leg. He comes home, and it is just a bit low for ball 3.
That's a couple that have just drifted just low of the zone. Full count, again with 2 outs, trying to leave a runner at third.
Comes set, glove in left hand, ball in right. He comes home with the 3-2, and he walked in ball 4. He skipped a fastball up there. That's not the worst thing in the world, a man at first base and no runs home, and that's a dangerous hitter. Sometimes you don't mind walking a guy like that. But you got to face John Fusco, the lefty. And you wonder if this is time for Skip to make the call. There's been a lefty warming up in the bullpen for an inning or 2. And this might be time for Skip to begin the aforementioned pitching chaos. Rainey makes the walk out. And Anthony Petrillo going to leave this ball game. He pitched 2 2/3 innings. He allowed 3 hits, 1 run. He'll leave this ball game with 2 on and 2 out.
And Coach Skip clapping up to the mound as he's letting Petrillo know, hey, you've given us more than we could have asked for.
What stuff. We'll see what the man out of the bullpen can give as Anthony Petrillo exits this ball game. How about that? You were pitching against Ohio Northern and Hope College in early May, and you're going to leave this ball game just down 1-0 after a start in the D3 Baseball World Series. Adrian to the pen for the first time tonight. They go with the lefty to face Fusco. We'll tell you who it is, a little more about him right after this.
Your little slugger will go from T-ball to varsity quicker than you'd expect. Blink, and they're on to college. Support your child's future with help from Matthew Eichorn at the Taylor Agency of Southern Michigan. Matt can set up a college savings plan that works for you. Don't strike out when it comes to your child's future. Contact Matthew Eichorn at 265-2323 for an appointment today. Securities offered through Sigma Financial Corporation, member FINRA, SIPC. The Taylor Agency is independent of Sigma Financial Corporation and is located at 203 North Broad Street in Adrian.
Back here at Classic Park, Eastlake, Ohio. The first call to the bullpen for Adrian College head coach Craig Rainey. He goes for from the junior from Tampa, Florida, to a freshman out of the state of Ohio, a St. John's Jesuit kid out of Toledo, freshman Carson Bruning.
Bruning has only come in to pitch for 1 inning this year, also against Ohio Northern, as that was a game right before the MIAA tournament where, hey, you're just going to throw a bunch of random guys. You don't care you win or lose. And, well,
I mean, you do care.
You care a little bit, but at the same time, you weren't going to use anybody in that game, right? It didn't have implications for the MIAA tournament at the time. So
right.
The guys you were putting out were guys you were just giving a little bit of time, see what they have. And, well, some way, somehow, they are pitching when the lights are the brightest.
Right now it's a valuable learning lesson for Carson Bruning, whose first pitch to John Fusco is a ball. The lefty at the plate. 2 men on, 1 at either corner. 1-0 Endicott. The 1-0 is outside ball 2. He's been down there warming up in the pen for really much of this ball game. Fusco is got to get an official at bat.
And you come in to face the only lefty in the lineup.
And that one ruled a ball by home plate umpire Aaron Stokey. So 3-0 to Fusco. Should he reach, A.J. Ham would follow. Freshman Carson Bruning, the lefty, brings it on home. That's low ball 4. He walked him on 4 pitches. Well, that was not the plan when you bring in the lefty to face the lefty, is to walk the man on 4 consecutive pitches. And that moves the lineup down to the righty, A.J. Ham, the right-handed second baseman.
Yeah, fortuitous start there. And
bases loaded and 2 outs. Still 1-0 Endicott. Bruning's pitch. It's low, ball 1. Jones able to do just enough to get in front of it. Nowhere to put him. Got to throw some strikes here.
Yeah, you have to throw some strikes. I mean, you got to force him to put a ball in play. I mean, you got to, give your infield and outfield a chance to try and get this out. 2 outs, bases loaded. The pitch, it is there for a strike. Now he can breathe a little bit. You threw the first strike. Got a strike under his belt. Sometimes, like in basketball, just see it go through the net. Here's just see it go across the plate one time. Now just do that another 2-3 times. Bruning, the 6'3 freshman, brings it on home. Ham hits it in the air. It is playable. Bruder ranging back, but Burns coming in. He wants it. Jake will grab it with 2 hands, and the chaos continues. Carson Bruning gets the final out of the 3rd inning. Endicott leaves them loaded. The score remains 1-0. Gulls. Bulldogs to the plate in the bottom of the 3rd when we return. This is Pitching Chaos and Bulldog Baseball right here on the Adrian College Sports Network.
1-0 Endicott. They leave the bases loaded. Adrian College baseball here at Classic Park, Eastlake, Ohio, home of the D3 Baseball World Series. Ian Wendt, Josh Mitchell, hoping to get Larry Tuttle back on Wednesday. That means we're playing in the National Championship Series, but again, got to win 18 innings of baseball. The Bulldogs took care of the first 9 against Endicott earlier today, 10-9, giving the Gulls their first loss. Winner of this game will play Denison in the National Championship Series Wednesday and Thursday in a best 2 out of 3. Evan Scully back to the hill for the Gulls, and he's looked much better this time out than the last time he faced Adrian College. The bottom of the order for the Dogs coming up, Casey Finn, Jack Boyke, then the top of the lineup, Nick Bruder.
This bottom part of the lineup's been really good, Boyke in particular, but Finn's been solid as well. And they're going to need to find some good stuff to be able to turn the card over. Give the top of your order runners on to work with.
Finn, the sophomore second baseman, right-handed batter. Scully, the right-handed pitcher, fires a pitch low, a little off-speed stuff. Change up from Scully.
Craig Rainey walking back to the dugout, was just out by the bullpen area to discuss things.
1 strike to Finn. Casey lays off a sweeping pitch there from Scully. 2 balls and a strike to Finn. Bulldogs with 1 base hit in the game. It was a Gabe Jones single in the first. Batting here in the third. Dogs are the home team. 1-0 Gulls. Finn rolls it over foul toward the Endicott dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Finn, the lanky second baseman for the Dogs. Stands at 6'3".
Need to have some base runners here. Only 1 guy on the bases so far for Adrian.
Scully comes set. He pitches from the stretch. The 2-2. Fastball. He got the call in the inside corner. That is the third Bulldog to strike out looking. Down goes Finn. Here comes Boyke with 1 out and nobody on.
And unless I misremember, they've all gone down looking on an inside corner pitch.
Yeah. Scully hitting his spots, that's for sure. But 2 strikes, you got to swing at stuff like that if it's close, if you're at the plate. Here's Mr. Everything for Adrian in this World Series, Jack Boyke. He tries to lay a bunt down, and he popped it up. Scully's going to scoop it on the backhand for the second out, and that's just the way the first 2.5 innings or so have gone at the plate for Adrian. A pop-up bunt for Boyke trying to get on base.
So now back to the top of the order with Bruder, and again, another 1-pitch at bat for Scully. They're not making him work for these like Adrian is used to forcing.
First pitch to Bruder, in for a strike, and it's hard to work a guy's pitch count if he's throwing first pitch strikes. And that's what Scully has been doing. Second time through for Adrian, Nick Bruder. Nearly got hit by that pitch, low and inside, ball 1. 2 outs, bases empty, 1-0 Endicott. 3 hits for the Gulls, 1 for the Dogs. Bruder with the 1-1 coming. Takes low, ball 2. Bruder leads the team in runs scored.
He's also walked 4 times during the World Series.
.318 average for Nick. Swings and puts this one toward Hammett second. Scoops it on the backhand and a throw to first. And a 1-2-3 Bulldog third. We're moving right along here in Eastlake, Ohio, under the lights. It is Endicott 1, Adrian 0. This is Bulldog Baseball on the Adrian College Sports Network.
WLEN HD2 W243AD, Adrian 96.5, The Cave.
Who will play in the National Championship Series? We'll find out either later tonight or early tomorrow morning. Adrian and Endicott locked in a good one. 1-0 Gulls. They've had a lot of base runners, but this Adrian College pitching staff between the starter Anthony Petrillo and now Carson Bruning have limited the damage. 1 run allowed through 3 innings of work. Ian Went, Josh Mitchell up here in the booth with you. And so far, you've gotten what you've asked out of your bullpen, the deep part of your bullpen.
Very, very far down the list is this bullpen right now. And the thing is, the offense has yet to come to play here in this game tonight. So it'll be the pitching asked to try to make up for it. As pitching chaos continues. First full inning of work going to be at least attempted for Bruning.
James Benestad to lead off for Endicott. Bruning pours over a first pitch strike. Big moment for the freshman, and look, if every team has lost a game, so you're pretty much deep into your pitching staff, and that's another called strike. Nice job by Bruning early on Benestad. You're going to have to get something out of somebody, and they got a couple innings and a couple outs out of Petrillo. Bruning up here 0-2, and a wave and a foul ball is the call right at home plate.
And that's twice that these pitchers have thrown ones that looked like they were swings and misses that just caught part of the ball.
0-2 it stays to Benestad, the catcher for Endicott. Fastball, he got him looking. He froze him for strike 3. Bruning cruising through that at bat. There's 1 down in the Endicott 4th.
Hey, just throw strikes. Trying to say what I think Coach Tuttle would want us to say, and I think that's what he'd be saying. Just throw strikes. Just put them over the plate. Don't put them in the dirt. No pass balls. No walks. Make them make contact. Make them earn it.
Second at bat for Trevor Kamuta, the center fielder for the Gulls. This pitch low and away for ball 1. I'm going to keep saying this all night. There is action in the Adrian bullpen.
We won't even try to guess who it is.
No, we got a quick timeout at home plate as Bruning was ready to get into his windup. Bases empty, 1 out, top of inning number 4. 1 run, 3 hits for Endicott. No runs, 1 hit for Adrian. Kamuta waiting for the 1-0. It is upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Kamuta 0 for 1 in the ball game, a .269 batter this season. That's in the 9 spot. Bruning from the windup. The lefty delivers a called strike 1. Came in a big spot, did Bruning. 2 outs, runners at the corners. He walked the first batter he faced and then got the final out of the 3rd. Pitching here in the 4th, 2-1 count, and that's in there for strike 2. You talk about the different pitchers you're seeing if you're Endicott. You go from Petrillo, the righty, to Bruning, the taller lefty.
And the different philosophies, all these guys just different pitches. Even if their stuff isn't the best you've seen,
this one put in the air foul, 2-2 it stays.
The number of variations that you're going to see tonight is going to make it really tough for these batters to really lock in on what's coming from the mound. The thing is, you leave a guy out there too long, eventually they're going to catch on.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and right there for strike 3, Bruning froze him. Down goes Kamuta, and there's 2 out in the 4th. The freshman is dealing on the biggest stage here in Eastlake, Ohio. That's 2 straight Ks for the long lefty from Toledo.
And the lefty able to work the inside corner against the right-handed batters. The umpire has been given that call all game long on that inside corner. He's been calling a lot of strikes there.
Adam Reagan takes a called strike. He thought he had a home run his last at bat. Ruled foul on the play. They reviewed it for quite a while, and foul ball was the ruling on that one. So 0 for 2, not 0 for 2, as this ball is slapped in the air toward McGuigan and Boyke. It's between them both. That's a base hit. Reagan thinking 2. The throw is going to come in late, and it's a 2-out, 2-bagger for Adam Reagan. Fell right between Boyke and McGuigan there in right center field. And the Gulls have 1 on with 2 out in the 4th.
And that was a hard knock on the line, right towards the wall. Good job by McGuigan to cut it off before it even got there. Or that one might have had a chance to turn second into third.
First base hit for Reagan. He's 1 for 2. Here comes another right-handed batter, TJ Laponis. A run scored, 1 for 2 already in this one. Takes a pitch away from Carson Bruning. 2 gone, and a man at second for Endicott, top of the 4th inning. 1-0 Gulls. Dogs are the home team in this one. The 1-0. Big wave and a miss from Laponis. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Runner at second, so third inning. They will have runners in scoring position.
The 1-1. Wave and a foul tip for strike 2. Tell you what, after that first 4-pitch walk, the young man has really settled down on the hill for the Dogs, trying to complete this 4th inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Laponis. Man at second, Reagan takes his lead. The 1-2. Hit in the air, foul out of play. Kicks back off the facing of one of the suites here and falls down toward the Adrian fans. I don't know if anyone caught the ball or not.
No, but there's a young fan collected with a big smile on her face.
That was me earlier. We got a foul ball up in the hospitality suite area.
You're really collecting all the souvenirs you can.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and a swing and a miss. Off speed on the outer part of the plate. Carson Bruning dealing here at the World Series. He wants his bats to help him out. These pitchers have done their job. We'll see what the Bulldog hit sticks can do when we come back to Eastlake, Ohio. It's 1-0 Endicott. Bottom of the 4th we go. This is Bulldog Baseball on the Adrian College Sports Network. Here at Eastlake, Ohio, Bulldog pitching staff has kept this a 1-0 lead for Endicott College. Adrian to the plate, looking to get some offense going. It's 1-0 Gulls. Bottom of the 4th, Ian Wendt, Josh Mitchell here on the Adrian College Sports Network. We appreciate you tuning in on a late Monday night. Winner of this game to play in the National Championship Series that begins Wednesday here in Eastlake. Rolando Jimenez and the rest of the Bulldog lineup trying to figure out Evan Scully, who's allowed just 1 hit through 1 time through the order, plus Nick Bruder. Jimenez takes a breaking ball downstairs for ball 1.
If there's anybody that's going to get you going, it'll be Rolando Jimenez, your most consistent hitter the last month or so of the season.
Tried to bunt. He missed it, and it's going to be strike 2. Second time Rowe has tried that. His hitting efforts today and yesterday has upped his average to .370 on the season. Spent much of the year in the 8th spot. He moved up to the 2, the 1-1. Foul tip back behind home plate for strike 2. Jimenez 0 for 1 in this game. Then it's Gabe Jones, Christian Oliver. Jones, the lone Bulldog, hit a single in the first. 1-2 to Rowe, the Bulldog third baseman. Hits it on the ground toward A.J. Ham. Nice glove by Ham. Goes to first for the out. Deep in the hole for Ham, but had enough range to retire Jimenez. 1 up, 1 down here in the 4th.
Ham's been making a lot of good plays at second, and they haven't been, particularly hard, but he's making them look easy out there, ranging left and right.
Bulldogs won the game earlier, 10-9 on 11 singles. Jones' single in the first made it 12 base hits on the day as he takes a swing and fouls it toward the Endicott dugout.
12 single on the day. That's the thing, is you need some power if you're going to try and break through here in this game, and nobody better to try and put one in the outfield than Gabe Jones.
No balls and a strike to Jones. It's a changeup low from Evan Scully, who started this ball game. He's come into this inning just 28 pitches. It's been efficient for Endicott. The 1-1 to Jones. Big wave and a miss at a slider. Strike 2 to Jones, the Bulldog catcher and the junior out of Blissfield, Michigan. Up here protecting with 2 strikes. He's got to watch that fastball on the inside. That's been Scully's pitch. It's a breaking ball inside, and Jones able to foul it up and out of play. Nice AB there to keep it rolling. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jones. Bases empty, 1 out. Scully's pitch. Breaking ball, just got a piece of it.
It's so hard for these right-handed bats that love to crowd the plate. When you know a guy's targeting that inside corner, it's very difficult, A, to fight him off, B, to try and put him in play.
1-2 to Jones. I think he got hit in the ribs. No? Wow, how'd he get out of the way of that pitch?
Fascinating. It looked for sure like that one caught him, just kind of grazed him right along the chest, but
well,
apparently
some athleticism there from Jonesy. 2-2 to Gabe. Slider poked into right field, foul ground. This will be playable, and the catch will be made up along the wall. Jones retired on the fly out into foul territory. Nice grab out there for Brendan Walsh, and it brings up the number 4 hitter, Christian Oliver. Christian up there with a 1-0 deficit. 2 outs, and the bases are empty here in the bottom of inning number 4. Scully's first pitch, slider down and away.
Scully threw just south of 50 pitches against this team in the game on Saturday.
Oliver, a strikeout victim, his first at bat. He swings and misses at that one. 1-1.
The problem is that Adrian's just not getting even quality looks.
And Oliver pokes this one foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Christian.
Scully is, in complete control from the mound right now, finding every one of his spots.
Scully leans in, comes set, the senior against the junior. 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Down goes Christian, and down go the Bulldogs in order again. Dogs with 1 hit through 4, but it's a 1-swing ball game. It is Endicott 1, Adrian nothing. We're heading to the 5th. This is Bulldog Baseball at the D3 College World Series on the Adrian College Sports Network. Welcome back to Eastlake, Ohio. Ian Wendt, Josh Mitchell here on the Adrian College Sports Network. Into the top of the 5th. It is 1-0 Endicott College. Carson Bruning out for another inning of work. The lefty has looked very good coming out of the Adrian College pen. 4 hits allowed between the starting pitcher Anthony Petrillo and Carson Bruning. Leading off for the Gulls now is going to be number 21, Kyle Grabowski. And the third baseman is 0 for 2 in this contest. Endicott 1 run on 4 hits. Adrian College no runs on just 1 base hit. Grabowski takes a pitch away. Ball 1. As is the theme tonight, there will be action in the Adrian College bullpen. Want to have somebody ready at a moment's notice. Bruning outside for ball 2.
Yeah, there'll always be somebody ready, but you're in the heart of this lineup here. If you can get these 3 outs from Bruning, that'd be huge.
And just off the plate, ball 3. Well, with the 1 1/3 innings he's thrown, this is the longest outing of his Adrian College career. 1 inning of work against Ohio Northern. This one is poured over for a strike. 3-1 on Kyle Grabowski.
Trying to get back into account. 3 balls to start off. Did have a 4-pitch walk on his first at-bat.
3-1. Outside, he walked in ball 4. So the leadoff man on for the Gulls again.
Another free pass. I mean, those are the ones you hate to be giving up.
The 4th Adrian College walk issued in the game. It's now Cade Bernardo's turn. Cade is 1 out of 2. The first baseman for Endicott. Winner of this game to the National Championship Series, Denison, awaits. First offering is a big sweeping breaking ball. It cut low, ball 1. Just how long is the leash for all of these Bulldog relievers? 1 ball, no strikes to Bernardo. Leadoff man at first. Bruning delivers. That's a ground ball in the deep hole by Bruder. Tough throw. He's not going to be able to make it. And it's going to be a base hit for Bernardo. Bruder deep into the hole. He couldn't get a throw off. It would have been tough anyway. And the first 2 are on here in the 5th.
We've seen some spectacular plays for Bruder. I mean, that would have been otherworldly if he'd have been able to throw that one out. Probably smart to have just held on to it, not risk the throw. You keep 2 runners on rather than risking a runner advancing to third on a wild throw.
Brendan Walsh at the plate. He's 1 for 1, an RBI and a walk. RBI in the first inning, a walk his last at bat. He's up there with nobody out and 2 on. Pulls the bat back on a bunt attempt.
Not the kind of guy you'd expect to bunt, but at this point, you're going to ask everybody to do what is needed to be done. And with 2 runners, if you're Endicott, they would love to advance them on the sacrifice.
Bruning, the lefty, comes set. Here's the pitch. High, ball 2. A walk and an infield single for Endicott. And here comes Skip on a 2-0 count out of the dugout to talk to Carson Bruning. Under the night sky here in East Lake, Ohio. Classic Park, home of the Lake County Captains. High A affiliate of the Cleveland Guardians. Ian Wendt, Josh Mitchell in the booth with you. Probably checking to see how good his arm is feeling. Going through the plan. I mean, I can't imagine what the conversations were between Coach Rainey and his staff about, hey, who can throw? Who are we going to go with? A lot of your high leverage guys have been used up to get to this ball game. Trying to get some more work here out of Bruning. Again, the freshman out of Toledo, his longest outing of the season here in the World Series.
Yeah, Coach asked him, how are you doing? How confident are you? Shook his head. He wanted to keep going. He wanted to give it another try, at least one more batter.
2 balls and no strikes to Brendan Walsh, the right fielder. It's popped up foul back over our broadcast booth. And the sound effect of windshield breaking or glass breaking sounds again over the PA.
Scares you every time, doesn't it? Your car's back there somewhere.
I know. Reminds me of being back at the Nick. 2 balls and a strike to Walsh. Bruning to the righty. Walsh swings and pops it up foul territory, curving out of play toward the Adrian College fans, and that will be a souvenir baseball they can take home with them. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Walsh, who had a home run in the first game against Adrian, has the lone RBI in this game, back in the first inning. Here in the top of the 5th, 1-0 Endicott. 2 men on and nobody out. Looking for the punch-out pitch from Bruning. Here it comes. It's outside. Nice snag by Jones. On the backhand, reaching across his body for that one.
Jones let 2 go by him back in the first inning, and since then, he's been the wall that he has been all year and that Adrian needs him to be in this game.
Payoff pitch, 3 balls, 2 strikes. It is a foul ball right at home plate by Walsh. At bat continues, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Walsh. Again, just the 1 run in the first inning. Endicott has 5 hits in the game. Bulldogs with just 1. Bulldogs are the home team, so final at bat, if needed, in the 9th will be Adrian's. Another 3-2 to Brendan Walsh from Bruning. It is upstairs, ball 4. Another walk. The 5th issued by Adrian pitching. And the bases are loaded with nobody out.
Yeah, bases loaded, nobody out. Surprised to see Skip still staying in the dugout.
This might be his last batter. It's a lefty, John Fusco. You got a couple righties coming up.
You got 2 righty, or 1 righty, it looks like, warming up down in the Adrian pen area.
First pitch to Fusco. It floats outside, maybe up for ball 1. What you can't do is walk him, force in a run. It can put it in play.
Yeah, probably wanting Bruner to try and get through the left-handed bat before you bring your righties back up, I guess.
Inside, nearly hit him. 2 balls and no strikes. Bruning can't find the plate all of a sudden. Nobody out in the Endicott 5th. 1-0 Gulls. The freshman, Ohio native, pitching in his home state. 2 balls and no strikes to Fusco. Lefty on lefty. Takes a strike at the knees. In fact, wasn't Fusco the first batter Bruning faced, and he walked him on 4 pitches?
I believe that was correct. Yeah, back in he made his appearance.
2 balls and 1 strike to Fusco. Infield in on the corners. Swings at this one, and it's right up the middle for a seeing eye single. Here comes 1 run, a second one coming home, and it's 3-0 Endicott on the seeing eye single right through the middle for John Fusco, and it's 3-0 Gulls here in the 5th.
That one straight up the center, got by Bruder. The throw back in was pretty good, almost able to trap the runner between second and third, but not able to do so, and that'll be the end of the day for Bruning.
He's going to leave with 2 on and nobody out. 2 runs in for Endicott in the 5th. The 6th Gulls hit has given them the 3-run advantage. The call to the bullpen. We will be right back with more Bulldog baseball. It's the D3 World Series on the Adrian College Sports Network.
They call us.
To help Adrian squeak out a 10-9 win over Endicott earlier today. Tracy being tasked with keeping this a 3-0 ball game in the top of the 5th. Endicott with 2 on and nobody out after the 2-out RBI single by John Fusco. Again, Ian Went, Josh Mitchell here with you. Hoping to have Coach Larry Tuttle back on Wednesday. I mean, he will be back if Adrian finds a way to win. Had a obligation he had to be at today. Thinking about you, Coach. Miss you up here in the booth. Bulldogs win earlier, 10-9. Offense has mustered up 1 hit through 4 innings, and the pitching chaos, so to speak, has kept things in check for the most part. It's 3-0 Endicott, and a big task here for the freshman, Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy comes in. He was part of that 9th inning walked 2 batters, gave up 2 hits, did not walk 2 batters, gave up 2 runs on 2 hits, did not get an out in that 9th inning.
So A.J. Ham will be his first batter. Top of inning number 5, still nobody out. 2 runs in for Endicott. Righty versus righty. Tracy lifts the leg and comes home. Breaking ball blocked by Jones, preventing the runners from moving up.
Good block from Jones, and to chase it a good 10-15 feet from home plate to still prevent the run from advancing.
Walks have been a problem for Adrian pitchers against Endicott batters. 5 walks issued already. The 1-0 coming to Ham. Fastball hit in the air. It will be playable. Back goes Casey Finn, but in comes Jackson McGuigan, who wants it. McGuigan does. He'll make the catch in shallow right field. That's the right play. McGuigan moving in, Finn moving out. And there's 1 down here in the 5th.
Yeah, a little bit of late communication between the two, but you do make it. You get the out. Again, those high pop-ups can be tricky to play when you're at the lights in the late evening here, past 11 p.m. local time.
Yeah, you're not listening to a recorded game from earlier. We are live here at East Lake, Ohio. Breaking ball, nice stuff from Tracy, in for a strike to James Benestad, the number 8 hitter, the junior catcher for Endicott. Benestad 0 for 2 in the early going with a strikeout. Tracy looks back to second. Comes home. Another curveball in the air. Jimenez touches the bag at third for 1. Across the diamond, it's a little bit high. Pulled Oliver off the bag, but a good job by Jimenez. He got the lead runner, and there's 2 out in the top of the 5th.
Good effort from Jimenez. A kind of awkward platform to try and throw that as he gets 1 foot on the third base and then kind of throws it off of the mid-jump hop across the diamond, and it just pulls Oliver off the bag.
Trevor Kamuta, the center fielder, steps in, righty versus righty. Tracy lifts the leg and delivers a curveball low. You get all of your, I'd say most of your velocity from your legs, and when you're the punter on the football team, got plenty of leg power, does Cooper Tracy. All conference stuff from the freshman. The 1-0. Fastball in there on a swinging strike by Kamuta. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. 3-0 Endicott. They've scored twice in this frame. Bulldogs going back to the bullpen, and they call on Cooper Tracy. 2 freshmen back-to-back out of the pen. 1-1. Breaking ball right there for strike 2. Good stuff by Tracy.
Yeah,
he set up the table. Let's see if he can clean it up here.
That one froze him the entire way.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Kamuta. Tracy comes home. Breaking ball just fouls it off at home plate. Keeps us rolling here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Winner of this game to play Denison in the National Championship Series. They eliminated East Texas Baptist 10-7 earlier in this one. They were down 7-3 in the 7th inning. Came back to win that contest. A couple homers in the 7th inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kamuta. Tracy's pitch just upstairs on another breaking ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 runs home already in the 5th. Tracy trying to keep it that way. Leans in, now comes set. Fastball right by him for strike 3. Tracy fired up. He leaves him at second and first. It is 3-0 Endicott. Bulldogs to the plate when we come back to the bottom of inning number 5. It's Endicott 3, Adrian 0. This is Bulldog Baseball on the Adrian College Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Jason Ferguson, Managing Director of Mary Funeral Home in Tecumseh. Our facility was built with care, for comfort, for community, and for the quiet moments that matter most. Surrounded by peace, But close to town, it's a place where families can gather, reflect, and remember. With dedicated pre-arrangement counselors and a passionate, experienced team, we're here to help you plan ahead or walk with you when the time comes. At Mary Funeral Homes, we're guiding you through life's most difficult times.
Bottom of the 5th inning here at Classic Park, East Lake, Ohio, just outside of Cleveland. It's the D3 Baseball World Series. Ian Wendt and Josh Mitchell on the mics for you today. It's a win and go to the National Championship Series here tonight. Adrian and Endicott in a game that I thought initially would be a hitting contest has turned into a low-scoring pitchers duel, and the guy really dealing now for Endicott, Evan Scully, comes back out for the 5th inning. He has thrown 42 pitches, 30 for strikes. He has struck out 4 Adrian batters. He's allowed 1 hit through 4 innings.
That 1 hit came all the way back in the first. Since then, it has been lights out from the mound for Evan Scully. Adrian, now as you get towards the middle part of the lineup coming up next, got to try and get at least some traffic on the bases. Give yourself some opportunities.
First pitch to Jackson McGuigan. Could have been down, not quite sure. It was awful close. Ball 1. McGuigan will take it. He's 0 for 1 in this ball game. Inside for ball 2. His out the last time up drops his batting average to below 500. He was right at that 500 spot in the World Series. 2-0 to J. Mack. Takes a big swing and pops it up foul behind home plate, drifting toward the dugout, and it will not be caught. Off the glove of James Benestad and falls harmlessly to the dirt. McGuigan life here with nobody out in the 5th.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times during the tournament where catchers on those high pop-ups, the little bit differently shaped mitt, a little bit harder to grab those, and that one goes in and out of the catching mitt.
2-1. This ball goes right over our head here in the booth. Out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes to McGuigan. Looking for the first base runner since the 1st inning. Scully comes home. Slider put in the air, shallow right field. Back as the first baseman. Over is the right fielder, and it will be the first baseman taking charge. For the out, Cade Bernardo, there was a trio of Gulls around there. You could say a flock of Gulls, and one of them able to make the catch.
Yeah, the right fielder, Walsh, was tracking that one on a dead run from right field. Fortunate for Endicott that he got called off at the last moment by Bernardo, or that could have been a nasty collision.
So 1 up and 1 down. It's Brendan Willitson's turn. Bulldog designated hitter. Watch this one miss for ball 1.
I tell you, the movement from Scully on the off-speed stuff is very, very good.
Willitson, one of 2 lefties to face the righty Scully. That pitch away for ball 2. After Willitson, it goes Jake Burns, then Casey Finn. 2 balls and no strikes to Willitson. Nobody on and 1 out. Willie takes a fastball right there for strike 1. Designated hitter today for Coach Rainey. 2-1 the count to Willitson. Half swing. It was a called strike anyway. 2 balls and 2 strikes on a slider.
Yeah, man. Very outside part of the plate that time against the lefty.
2-2 to Willitson. Oh, and he swung at a pitch that nearly hit him, and it's a strikeout for Scully. And there's 2 out in the 5th. What an awkward swing by Willitson. That nearly hit him.
Yeah, wow. I mean, Willitson just trying to protect and didn't see if there was late movement or not, but that one definitely drifted in kind of by his lower calf area and still went far enough around to get the strikeout.
Burns swings at the first pitch and skies it into shallow right. Walsh sprinting in. He's going to make the catch on the run. 1-2-3 go the Dogs again, this time in the 5th inning. It is 3-0 Endicott. Top of the 6th inning coming up. Cooper Tracy back out onto the mound trying to keep this a 3-run ball game. Number 6 over Adrian College. It's D3 baseball, the College World Series on the Adrian College Sports Network. Denison awaits the winner of this ball game. Ian Wendt, Josh Mitchell up in the broadcast booth looking out at Classic Park in Eastlake, Ohio. Another inning here for Cooper Tracy as the pitching carousel continues for Adrian College. It's not been the pitching that's been the issue, it's been the bats. Adrian held to 1 hit through 5 innings of work by Evan Scully. Dogs have struck out 5 times in the ball game, just the single by Jones with 2 outs in the 1st inning. That has been it for the Bulldog bats, and this is my opinion. Right now the pitching staff has done just about what you can ask. You've given up 3 runs in 5 innings. You'd like to think your offense can put something together, but we've seen things happen late in these ball games. Adrian scored 8 runs in the final 3 innings of the game earlier today. We've also seen the Bulldogs put up 8 runs in a single inning here at the World Series.
Yeah, at this point, you're just asking the pitching staff to give your offense a chance.
This one skipped up there by Tracy, sort of a footing issue as he came off the rubber. Adam Reagan, the leadoff batter, leads off the inning, the designated hitter. Bats right-handed.
Back to the top of the order again.
Fastball low by Tracy. Still action in the Adrian pen, as we'll have pretty much throughout the night. Craig Randy wants a lefty and a righty available at all times. Tracy from the windup. It's a fastball low, maybe outside, 3-0. Boy, that's been a problem too if Tracy ends up throwing another ball. 5 walks in the ball game issued by Bulldog pitching. 3-0 to Reagan. Tracy bounces one in there again. It's a 4-pitch walk. Another leadoff walk for Endicott. This one here in the 6th inning.
Free passes are what kill you.
That's 6 Bulldog walks issued by pitching. So for as good as they've been not allowing many runs, the walks have been a problem. It's now T.J. Laponis at the plate. He is 1 out of 3 in the game with 1 of the strikeouts. He has scored a run in the contest. Tracy pours over a strike.
Good bounce back pitch there after a 4-pitch walk.
Wando Jimenez just behind the bag at third. Bruder and Finn in double play depth. The 0-1 to Laponis. Breaking ball fouled off at home plate for strike number 2.
Here you go. 0-2 count. Got to stay ahead. Throw strikes, make him fight him off.
Tracy, the freshman out of Lewis Center, Ohio. Another home state kid here pitching in Ohio. 0-2 is the count. Laponis waits. He takes a big sweeping breaking ball low, ball 1.
You put something on the outside part of the plate. Really, all the pitchers have had success inside corner against right-handed pitch batting.
1-2 the count. Overpowers a fastball, but it's fouled off at home plate. Laponis keeps the AB rolling. 1-2 still the count. Coming into today, there were 4 teams left in D3 baseball, and the eventual national champion will have their first in program history. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Laponis. Big curveball. Ooh, just didn't come back down where you wanted. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that one
didn't miss by a lot.
Yeah, it had some late movement. Looked like it was going to be well off. Ended up much closer to the zone than I think anybody thought it would.
Evens things up at 2 apiece. Ball and a strike. Hit in the air. Relatively shallow center. Boyke coming in. And Jack looks up. And he'll make the grab for the first out. So fly out by Laponis. Another out recorded by Cooper Tracy. As we roll on here. Top of the 6th inning. Endicott 3. Adrian nothing. 6 hits for the Gulls. Cal Grabowski instead 0 for 2 in the game. He's walked and he scored a run. Tracy would love a ground ball to one of his middle infielders here. Get out of this inning. 1 out, 1 on. Oh, it's a swing and a foul tip at home plate. The hit and run was on. Trying to get out of a double play situation. As Adam Reagan at first base got there via walk to open the inning. On a fly out by Laponis. Now the number 3 hitter, Grabowski. A .306 batter this year. Tracy comes set, delivers from the stretch. Takes a ball at home plate. Looked good from up here. Might have been high.
We're offset.
Up and to the right.
Up and to the right. We don't have the best view, but, man, that one looked pretty good from up here.
1 ball, 1 strike to Grabowski. Way off balance on that pitch. A swinging strike 2.
Yeah, it took him down to a knee on the swing.
Proposing to the baseball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the third baseman for the Gulls. 3-0 Endicott, top of inning number 6. 1 on and 1 out. This ball shot foul down the line and left. That was awful close to extra bases for Grabowski.
Another 6-inch play on one of the 2 baselines. That one goes foul. It would have ended up in the corner, and they might still be running.
A ball, 2 strikes to Grabowski. Tracy checks his pitch communication on his left wrist. Brings his left foot up. He is set. The 1-2. Fastball fouled back behind home plate.
That's what you got to do. Put them over the plate. Make them fight it off. You have to trust your guys that you're going to give up some contact, but as Remington likes to say on ACTV, miss bats, not balls.
That curveball is hit on the ground to Bruder at short. They were on the move was Reagan, so just the 1 out will be a ground ball induced by Cooper Tracy. So a good decision there by Coach Brian Haley for the hit and run. So Reagan in scoring position with 2 outs. Still 3-0 Endicott. Top of inning number 6. The Gulls got 1 in the first, 2 in the 5th. Adrian with 1 base hit back in the first.
And that's why you're running on the swing, to try and prevent that double play.
AB now for Cade Bernardo. Wave and a miss at that breaking ball from Tracy. Bernardo 2 hits and 3 trips. He has scored a run. Trying to bring home Reagan from second. Tracy trying to keep Adam Reagan at second. 0-1 the count, 2 outs. Another changeup, flutters low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, action in the Bulldog pen. There will be a lefty, there will be a righty ready to go. 1-1. Tracy looks to second, now looks home. Breaking ball, wave and a miss at that. A ball and 2 strikes. That curveball looked too good to pass up for Bernardo.
That dropping movement towards the bottom of the zone enticed a couple swing and misses. I expect him to come back with a fastball high.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Bernardo. The pitch from Tracy is a breaking ball blocked down by Jones right at home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bernardo, the first baseman for the Gulls. Tracy wants a new baseball. Timeout called.
Had to take a moment as the home plate umpire was adjusting his pouches.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Bernardo. Tracy checks the pitch com. He is ready. He comes set. The left leg up. The pitch to the plate. It's a swing and a miss for strike 3. A fastball by Tracy. Down go the Gulls in the 6th. A leadoff walk. He gets stranded at second. To the bottom half of inning number 6 we go. Bulldogs trail the Gulls. It's a score of 3-0. They're trying to figure out Evan Scully. We'll see if they can do it when we come back. This is Bulldog Baseball at the D3 World Series. As we approach 11:30 Eastern Time on a Monday night, it is D3 Baseball World Series here at Classic Park, East Lake, Ohio. Ian Wendt, Josh Mitchell calling Bulldog Baseball. They are here in this spot, a situation in which you win this ball game, you are playing in the National Championship Series beginning on Wednesday. It's a best 2 out of 3, but to get there, Adrian had to beat Endicott twice today. They beat the Gulls earlier today 10-9, and they trail here 3-0, being out hit 6-1. Trying to figure out the starting pitcher Evan Scully for Endicott, who has been cruising through 5 innings. He's allowed 1 hit, struck out 5. He walked none, and he's thrown 53 pitches, 37 for strikes.
Yeah, he's been lights out from the mound. But an opportunity here for Finn and Boyke, bottom of the order, before you go a third time through.
Fastball in for a called strike to Casey Finn. That first pitch strike has been pretty consistent for the senior Scully. Really atoned for the first outing against the Bulldogs. 0-1. Low, ball 1.
Yeah, that first outing kind of got roughed up a little bit in the first 2 2/3 innings before he had to come out. But he came out early so that he could come back in this game.
Finn watches a fastball go by, strike 2. 1-2 on the Bulldogs' second baseman. He is 0 for 1 in the ball game. He struck out his first at bat. 1 of 5 Adrian strikeouts. Off the end of the bat toward A.J. Hamm at second. He'll vacuum it up, go to first, and he beat Finn by a step. And there's 1 up and 1 down in the home half of the 6th.
Only by a step. Bernardo, the first baseman, came off as if he was going to field it. Hamm made it over instead. Bernardo had to run back to the bag and turn around to receive it. Finn not able to beat the throw. It was close, but definitely out.
Bulldog center fielder Jack Boyke steps in. He watches the first pitch strike. Boyke 0 for 1 in the ball game. He popped up a bunt in his first at bat. Right back to Scully. The 0-1 to Jack. Slaps it foul. Quickly 0-2 on the Adrian College center fielder. Mentioned Tracy, the punter on the football team. Well, Boyke the kicker. I got my game obligation in to tell people that Jack is a multi-sport athlete. The 0-2 on the ground right at the shortstop, who was shaded up the middle. Opponents throws out Boyke. Good positioning by the Gulls. There's 2 out in the home half of inning number 6.
Every ground ball has gone right at a Gulls infielder during this entire game. And team that is just not hitting for power at this moment. The last time Adrian had an extra base hit was in the 7th inning of the game on Sunday.
The Bulldogs win against Rowan University. Nick Bruder, the batter. He'll watch this one miss inside for ball 1. Third at bat now for Nick as we are here in the 6th inning. Endicott 3, Adrian nothing. 1 Bulldog hit. That one is on the inside corner for a called strike 1.
Third time through the lineup for Adrian, often a time that they're able to finally figure out a pitcher.
1-1 to Bruder. On a shot, third baseman Grabowski makes a nice move to his left. And out are the Bulldogs. 1, 2, 3. Bruder grounds out to end the 6th. We are flying right along here in East Lake, Ohio. The score, it's Endicott 3, Adrian nothing. Here comes Cooper Tracy for the top of inning number 7. .945 was our first pitch time. Here we are, 11:29 on a Monday night here at East Lake, Ohio. Ian Wendt, Josh Mitchell at the D3 World Series. We're into inning number 7. There's been 7 hits between these two teams. 6 for Endicott. They've scored 3 runs. Adrian just 1 hit through 6 innings complete. Here comes Cooper Tracy out for another inning of relief work.
You felt that during the bullpen day, it was important for Adrian to strand runners. There's going to be traffic on the bases, but so far, Adrian has left 10 on base through 6 innings.
Trying to keep it within striking distance for this late inning offense. Winner of this game to play in the National Championship Series. Cooper Tracy, the third arm out of the pen. He's working in his 3rd inning. First pitch, breaking ball in for a called strike to Brendan Walsh.
The pitching is doing its thing. Like it's keeping Adrian within striking distance. Still waiting for the bats to come alive.
0-1 to Walsh. Bruder shaded toward third base from his shortstop position. Tracy from the windup, the 0-1. Curveball hit in the air, left field. It is back. It is curving. It is up against the wall. Foul. Burns had a shot at that baseball. Just couldn't come up with the tough catch up along the wall in foul territory.
Yeah, Burns gave that one a good run. Ended up against the wall, kind of by some chairs in the dugout area. Had to slow up just a little bit. Wasn't able to make the catch in foul territory.
So allowed strike 2 to Walsh.
The flags remain limp in center field. Scarce a breath of wind.
Tracy from the windup, the freshman comes home. Fastball. Oh, don't know where that pitch missed. That looked pretty good from up here. It's a 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That's a few times that top outside part of the zone that just aren't getting those calls.
1-2. That one's in there for strike 3.
That one left no doubt. And
nope.
He says, I'm going to put it somewhere that you cannot call a ball, and got Walsh looking at that one. And now you get down towards the bottom half of this lineup. The bottom 4 hitters, only the 1 hit.
3rd strikeout for Cooper Tracy. Again, his 3rd appearance here in the World Series. John Fusco, the batter, in there for a strike.
Fusco is that 1 hit, 1 for 1, 2 RBIs, a walk in the game.
Yeah, he's been on base quite a bit for Endicott. Just outside for ball 1. Couple arms ready in the Adrian pen. You'd imagine a lefty and a righty. Whatever Skip needs in any given situation. 1 out, base is empty. Curveball, yes sir, strike 2.
Fusco, the lone lefty in the lineup. Also the lone sophomore.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Tracy from the windup. Here it is. It is low. Try to get a swing and miss. Instead, it's ball 2.
Go thought about it, too, as that bat came off the shoulder, but held it back.
A left fielder for Endicott batted .329 coming into the game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tracy. Fastball off the end of the bat, foul. Just able to get a piece of that. Fastball has been a good strikeout pitch for Tracy. As he tries to keep this a 3-run deficit. Top of the 7th inning, 3-0 Endicott. A little bit different than the earlier matchup between these two. 2-2. Slaps it fair down the line at third. He's thinking about 2, and he's going to chug in there and get it standing up. An excuse me double on the half swing by Fusco, and with 1 out, there's a man over at second base.
And that was you said, half swing. Didn't even go through it, and it just pops right on the line. And it stays fair, so you get another runner on at second. But here you go. Bottom 3 in the lineup, 0 for 9. Got to close them out here.
A.J. Ham, the batter. He's had an active day in the field at second base. Puts this one off the netting behind home plate. 0-1. That's the 7th Endicott hit against Adrian's 1. Man at second with 1 away. The righty Tracy against the righty Ham. Curveball swung on and tapped foul behind the plate. So Tracy working ahead here. But when you're at this level, it's hard to get these guys out. So we're going to errant baseball from the Bulldog bullpen. Went all the way to Gabe Jones behind the plate.
He'll toss it back out as there are 2 pitchers, 2 catchers, and 2 bench players out there who are trying to keep those from doing just that.
0-2 coming to Ham. Inside fastball. Had him spinning out of the way. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the second baseman for the Gulls. Endicott scored 1 in the first and 2 in the 5th. Top of the 7th right now. 1 out and a man at second base. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch coming to A.J. Ham. Breaking ball, foul out of play. Towards somebody's car in the parking lot.
Cooper working with the bright blue glove from the mound.
Checks his pitch comm on the left wrist. Leans toward home plate. Now backs up toward the pitching rubber. The 1-2. It's high and it gets over Jones. And scooting over to third is Fusco. Wild pitch by Tracy. Nothing Jones could do about that one. And a man at third with 1 out. And now that draws the Bulldog infield in. Any ground ball, you're thinking about going home. Trying to keep this a 3-0 ball game. Love another strikeout here by Tracy if he can get it. From the stretch, the freshman delivers. Breaking ball stayed up. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Ham.
Big pitch here. I mean, full count. 1 out. Trying to keep this a 3-run game.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch coming to Ham. Tracy on the ground. A diving Finn can't make the play. It just sneaks past him into center. And the 4th run of the ball game for Endicott is an RBI single by A.J. Ham. And the wild pitch dooms Tracy right there. And it is a 4-0 ball game on the 8th hit for the Gulls.
And Coach Craig Rainey will make a trip out to the mound.
Well, Tracy's giving it all.
I mean,
We'll see if this is it for him.
Nobody wants to come out of a game like this. Chance it could be the last game of your season.
Gives the ball to Skip. Also the pitch comm, and Adrian College will go to the pen. Another trip to the doghouse. Another arm coming in for Adrian College. We'll tell you who it is when we come back Top of the 7th inning, 1 run in for Endicott. There's 1 out and 1 on for the Gulls. It is 4-0 Endicott. Top of the 7th here in East Lake, Ohio. Back at East Lake, Ohio, 11:39 on a Monday night. Thanks for tuning in to Bulldog Baseball. It's the D3 World Series bracket championship game. There were 2 brackets of 4, double elimination. Adrian and Endicott, they've both beaten each other here at the World Series. The winner of this game goes to the National Championship Series. And a call to the bullpen, the guy who closed out the chaotic 9th inning earlier today in Adrian's 10-9 win, is back out here in the 7th. 1 on and 1 out, and welcome back to the ball game, Ben Bates.
Ben Bates coming out, appearance number 13 on the year for him, 16 1/3 innings, as he has given up 10 runs, but 12 strikeouts. And as you said, he was the player to close out the final 2 outs in a crazy bottom of the 9th earlier today. So he's had a 4 or 5 hours, more than that, to have his arm get all cooled down, and now to fire it back up again, as he will come into a World Series game that Adrian trails 4-0, and you feel the way that Endicott is pitching, you can't let this lead bloom much more than this.
8 hits for the 4 runs. Adrian just 1 hit. It was a single with 2 outs by Gabe Jones back in the 1st inning. Bates inherits a runner. He will face James Benestad, the righty. From the stretch, Bates delivers. It's a ground ball to Jimenez. Scoops, throws to Finn for 1 on the first. Not in time. The double play not quite there. Jimenez got the ball to second, and it was a slow hit ball. It would have been tough to turn 2, but there are 2 out in the visiting half of the 7th.
Tough to turn 2. They gave it a good effort. Did the Adrian infield. Got it around the diamond in plenty of time, but half a step too late to get the final out.
It is the center fielder, Trevor Kamuta, to face Bates. Puts the bat out, thought about bunting the ball, gets in between the legs of Gabe Jones, and the runner will move up to second base. Not sure how they'll score that. A wild pitch or a passed ball. Either way, man in scoring position now with 2 outs in the 7th.
So hard for Gabe Jones. All these different pitchers.
All these games, too.
Oh, yeah.
He's caught every game.
Really does a number on your knees eventually.
1-0 to Kamuta. Bates looks at second. He comes home. Oh, nice stab there by Jones in the opposite batter's box. 2 balls and no strikes. A.J. Ham, an RBI single here in the 7th. He stands at second base. 2-0 to Kamuta. Bates ready. Big wave and a miss by Kamuta.
Bates just needs to put him over the plate here. With 2 outs, just make him put it in play.
2 balls, 1 strike to Kamuta. A bender sweeps away. 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs and a man at second base. 1 run home for Endicott. It is 4-0 Gulls. Top of the 7th. Adrian, the home team in this game. The first time they've been home all World Series long. The 3-1. Fastball low. He walked in ball 4.
And another free 90 feet for this Adrian team, as that is now walk number 7 given up.
Adam Regan, the batter. He has walked twice in this game. He is 1 for 2 officially at the plate. 2 men on, 2 are out. Ben Bates trying to get the final out here in the 7th. Righty versus righty. Bates, slider in there for a called strike.
Another one on the inside part of the plate against a right-handed hitter.
Bates, a junior out of Berlin Heights, Ohio. Half swing on a slider. It's held off by Reagan for ball 1. Plenty of Ohio guys have seen the field here in the Buckeye State. Not a surprise, Adrian being just like 10, 15 miles from the Ohio border. A ball and a strike to Reagan. 2 outs, 2 on. Half swing, but it's a strike anyway. It's a ball and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter, Reagan.
Another favorable count with 2 strikes. Need to close one of these out.
Runner at second, runner at first. 4-0 Gulls. Ben Bates delivers home. Swung on and fouled down the third base line. 4 runs, 8 hits for Endicott. No runs on 1 hit for the Bulldogs. Winner to the National Championship Series. Denison beating East Texas Baptist twice today en route to the National Championship game. The 1-2 from Bates again. Ooh, a foul tip at the plate just past the glove of Jones. Would have been a tough grab there. So it stays 1-2.
Reagan just fighting him off. Good job from Bates to just put him over the plate.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Reagan. The junior comes home. Check swing. It's a called strike 3. Down goes Reagan. Down go the Gulls in the 7th. Couple big outs there produced by Ben Bates. It's stretch time here at Classic Park. It's 4-0 Endicott. Bulldogs looking for some late inning production as they take you out to the ball game. We'll be back with more Bulldog baseball on the Adrian College Sports Network. Back here at East Lake, Ohio. It's late. Hope you got your caffeine in you. The Bulldogs trying to get a rally going here in the 7th inning. Rolando Jimenez will be the leadoff man for the Bulldogs. 4-0 Endicott. They're trying to solve the riddle that has been Evan Scully. Slider in for a called strike to Jimenez. 6 innings of 1-hit baseball for Scully. 5 strikeouts and now 64 pitches. Jimenez 0 for 2 on the day. This one taken for a ball. It's Jimenez, Jones, Oliver. Due up. Inside, nearly hit Jimenez.
Really rocked him off the plate that time. Jimenez, often a guy who rarely even steps out of the box.
2 balls and a strike to Jimenez. Slider hit in the air to relatively deep right, but room out there to make the grab, and the first out by Brendan Walsh. Jimenez out on the fly ball. 1 up, 1 down in the home half of the 7th.
A good crack at it that time. Almost pushed Walsh to the warning track, and Jimenez, frustrated, throws his helmet as he enters back into the dugout.
Gabe Jones has the lone Bulldog hit. He'd love to get a second one here with one out in the 7th inning. Jones, there it is in the right field. Jonesy with a 2-hit game and a Bulldog base runner for the first time since the first inning. This guy's had a really good World Series at the plate. I mean, outside of that grand slam on the first day, he's been on base plenty of times for Adrian College, making Blissfield proud.
Good eye with walks as well.
Yeah. Chance for Christian Oliver with one out and Jones at first base. Evan Scully comes set. The pitch to Oliver. Christian hits this one in the air to center. That's the Bulldog single. Station to station for Gabe Jones. Back-to-back base knocks for the Bulldogs. And here we go, Josh, that third time through the order. Jones, Oliver, and now Jackson McGuigan.
The third time is when Adrian so often is able to finally work out a pitcher. Now you got two people on. Need to try and find something here. The momentum shifting just a little bit to the first base side. The dugout on their feet.
First time a runner's been to second base in this game for the Bulldogs, and stepping off is Evan Scully. And it's going to be the first mound visit for Brian Haley. There is some quick action in the Gulls bullpen, a right-hander warming up. It's certainly not the pitch count that's a problem for the Endicott senior. Just around 70 pitches in this ball game.
Did throw 47 pitches in the contest on Saturday.
Quick mound visit.
Yeah, mostly just ask him, hey, are you good? You still got your stuff? He says, yes, I am. And he will retake the mound. I mean, especially as a senior in what could be your final collegiate game, no way he's going to come out of this game until he absolutely has to.
Jackson McGuigan looking for his first hit of the game. Takes a pitch low, ball one. One away for Adrian in the bottom of the 7th. Jones, the runner at second. Oliver, the man at first. Back-to-back singles with one out. McGuigan waiting. Takes low, ball two. After McGuigan, it goes Brendan Willitson, then Jake Burns. Bulldogs trying to break through on that scoreboard. 4-0 Endicott, bottom of the 7th. 2-0 coming to McGuigan. Takes a called strike. Belt high. Adrian fans thought it was high. So did McGuigan. 2 balls and a strike to the Adrian right fielder.
Haven't been given a lot of calls high in the zone. Gives that one.
Scully pitch. McGuigan on the ground, right to third base. Step on the bag for one, or was it a foul ball? There's no throw to first base. It was a fair ball. Jones out on the force, and there are 2 gone in the home half of the 7th.
Surprised to have not seen a throw to first that time. It looked on an initial glance like there would have been enough time for it. But they don't try it, so life for Adrian with Wilson. Still 2 runners on.
2 gone in the 7th. Couple of singles with 1 out. Now the fielder's choice. Willitson takes a breaking ball in for a called strike. Willitson tonight is 0 for 2 with the strikeout. Dogs down by 4. Bottom of inning number 7. Willitson slaps this foul out of play. Nobody warming up in the Adrian pen, so Ben Bates will be ready for the 8th. Dogs trying to score a run. Break through. 4-0 Gulls. Evan Scully, the senior against the senior Willitson. Righty versus lefty. 0-2. Boy, a big grunt that time on the fastball from Scully. It didn't work. He missed it outside.
Starting to labor a little bit from the mound. That arm is getting ready to go in the Endicott bullpen.
1-2 the count to Willitson. Scully comes set, waist high with the leather. Brings it home. Willitson takes upstairs, maybe outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Tough take, as that one was pretty close to the zone, but on the outside part, he gets the call for ball 2.
If Willitson reaches, Jake Burns would be next. 2 outs, 2-2 pitch with 2 on in the 7th. Outside, ball 3.
Oh boy, full count, 2 outs, 2 guys on. Wilson, the senior, might just be the biggest bat of your career.
Dogs trying to score here in the bottom of the 7th. The payoff pitch from Scully. Willitson swings and foul tips it into the glove for strike 3. The Bulldogs get 2 base hits, but they leave 2 on. We go to the 8th inning. It is 4-0. Endicott College getting to crunch time here at the D3 World Series. Winner to the Natty. We'll be right back. To the top of the 8th inning we go. Endicott to the plate. Up 4-0. Bulldogs threaten and do not score. They get a man to second for just the first time in this ball game. Ben Bates out again to pitch in the top of the inning for Adrian College. Did a good job in relief of Cooper Tracy, who needed some help to get out of the 7th. 1 run in the first for Endicott, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th. Again, this pitching staff, if you'd have told Craig Rainey that this group of arms for the Bulldogs would only allow 4 runs through 7, he'd say, got a pretty good shot to be in, if not be leading in the ball game. But the offense has not been there in this contest. T.J. Laponis will lead off the inning, the shortstop for Endicott. Out of Beverly, Massachusetts are the Gulls. His first pitch is in there for a called strike.
So Ben Bates and whoever else might come into this game is going to be tasked with, hey, try to keep that score at 4. I mean, give your offense just a chance in the final 6 outs.
Foul ball right back towards us. That's close to our friends running the scoreboard down there. Their window was closed, so they were fine, even if it... Oh, one's open. Oh, geez. And he didn't bring his glove. So 0-2 to Laponis. Bates from the windup. It's low. Past Jones. Ball 1. We've had a couple close to us here in the booth over the weekend. Bulldogs played 1 on Friday, 1 Saturday, 1 Sunday. And this is their second game here on Monday. Trying to advance to the National Championship Series. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Laponis. The pitch again from Bates. Hitting the air foul over our booth, out of play.
It's been a fun week of baseball and incredible weather for it. 4 beautiful days from East Lake, Ohio.
Bates, the junior, with the 1-2 again. Fastball hit in the ground, and it's going to get into right field for a base knock. The 9th Endicott hit leads off the 8th inning, and it's the shortstop T.J. Laponis setting the table for Kyle Grabowski. Grabowski hitless in 3 at-bats. He has scored a run. He has walked in this game. Bates would love a ground ball here to Finn or Bruder. Nobody out and a man on for Endicott. That will activate the Adrian bullpen again. Bates from the stretch. Check swing. It's a called strike at home plate. Aaron Stokey says strike 1.
Yeah, another pitch on the inside bottom part of the plate that gets another strike call.
Ben Bates checks first. Now looks home. The pitch, curveball, fouled off toward the hospitality suite, and it bounces down toward the lower bowl. Home of the Lake County Captains, an affiliate of the Cleveland Guardians, High A Ball Club. 0-2 on Grabowski. The pitch from Bates. Fouled off back behind home plate. It's just so tough to produce outs with 2 strikes. Swinging or looking, it's tough at this level.
Yeah, I mean, every single batter in every single lineup is very hard to strike out.
The 0-2 to Grabowski. Inside corner. He proves you wrong. Strike 3 called. And you're probably happy about that, Josh. There's 1 out here in the top of the 8th.
You know, I'm happy to be wrong, and I think that's what the either 4th or 5th strikeout looking on a pitch on the inside bottom corner against a right-handed pitcher.
According to my numbers here, it's the 8th strikeout for Bulldog pitching. They have issued 7 walks to go along with that. Cade Bernardo watches the first pitch miss low for ball 1. Man at first base, 1 out. Top of inning number 8. 4-0 Endicott on 9 hits.
A right-hander warming up lightly in the Adrian bullpen area.
Bates, the 1-0. Slider in there for a strike. Bates done a good job in relief here today. We saw him in the first game get the final 2 outs in Adrian's tight 10-9 win. 1 ball, 1 strike to the first baseman for Endicott. Slider swung and fouled off of Jones behind the dish. He's going to get up and walk that off.
And I mean, he's played a great game from the plate. He's been good in the hole as well. Multiple throws out at second base during this tournament. He's kept the majority of wild pitches in front of him.
It's a ball and 2 strikes to Bernardo. 1 out and a man at first base for Endicott. Infield playing double play depth should they get a ground ball. 1-2, didn't offer at that. Nice looking slider. Dipped low and away. It was a swinging attempt there. Try to induce the strikeout. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Bernardo almost let go at that one. The late movement nearly got him.
Evens things up at 2 apiece. Fastball hit in the air to relatively shallow right center. Boyke wants it. He's got it for the 2nd out of the top of the 8th.
There you go. Another fly ball to center. The outfielders have done their job and tracking these down. So now you got Walsh up with 2 outs. Need to try and get a ground ball here. Last thing you need is one going to the wall.
I'd like to welcome you all to Tuesday morning, June 2nd, here at East Lake, Ohio, D3 Baseball World Series. Ian Wendt, Josh Mitchell on the Adrian College Sports Network. First pitch way inside, nearly brushed up on Brendan Walsh, the right fielder for the Gulls. 1 hit and 2 at bats. He has an RBI. He has walked twice and struck out. A little bit of everything for Walsh. 309 batter this season. 1-0 from Bates. He popped him up near home plate. Back is Jones. It's up and out of play toward the fans right behind the dish. 1 ball, 1 strike to Walsh.
Few fans have stuck around for both sides here in this game. Just like you said, past midnight.
On a school night, if you're still in school. Ball and a strike to Walsh. 2 gone and a man at first. Low and away for ball 2. The Gulls with 1 in the first, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th. Adrian scoreless through 7. Winner to the National Championship Series. Dennison awaits the winner. 2 balls and a strike to Walsh. Just inside, ball 3. If Walsh reaches, John Fusco is ready. He's had a whale of a ball game. 2 RBIs, 2 hits, and 2 at-bats. A run scored and a walk. See what Bates has here. 3-1. Ooh, it's a number off the end of the bat. Bates backhands it, throws to first for the out. Good work by Ben Bates in the top of the 8th inning. 6 more outs for Adrian to find 4 runs. They've only mustered up a man to second base here in this one. We'll be back with the home half of inning number 8. This is the bracket championship final here at the D3 Baseball College World Series.
WLEN HD2 W243AD, Adrian 96.5, The Cave.
Bottom of inning number 8 here at the D3 Baseball World Series, Eastlake, Ohio. We are live on the Adrian College Sports Network. Ian Wendt, Josh Mitchell up in the broadcast booth with you. Out for inning number 8 for Endicott College is Evan Scully. And why not? 7 innings of 3-hit baseball. He's walked none, struck out 6. He's only thrown 78 pitches, 54 for strikes as he works through the Adrian lineup for the 3rd time. It's the bottom 3 in the order: Jake Burns, Casey Finn, and Jack Boyke. Adrian scored 3 runs in the 8th inning in the first game against Endicott, then 4 in the 9th. They needed all of them to win that game 10-9. Down here 4-0, 6 outs to square this thing up. Burns to lead off the frame. 0 for 2 is Burnsy, and that's a first pitch strike.
Adrian's going to need some power if they want to come back. You've hit now 13 singles in a row against this team.
Burns, a slow roller towards short. Laponis scoops, throws to first. It is close, but he is out. Is the call at first base. Right there, Cole Lump, the crew chief. Burnsy down on 2 pitches, and that's a quick man running down the first base line.
Another ground ball that goes right to a defender. That one, pretty soft tapper. But a lot of easy throws for the infield.
And a pinch hitter for Adrian College. They go to the bench and they find the sophomore, Aiden Melvin. His first at bat of this game. Not the first trip, though, to the plate here in the World Series.
Yeah, he came in and got a hit in a game he started against Rowan University.
First pitch strike from Scully. This guy has been fantastic for Endicott. 0-1. Half swing. They appeal to first. Oh, they say he went for strike 2. Quickly 0-2 on Aiden Melvin. Pinch hitting for Casey Finn.
Melvin is an aggressive batter. He loves to swing, gets a lot of strikeout, but when he makes contact, he gives it power.
Not that time. A swing and a miss with a slider. Down goes Melvin on 3 pitches. And here comes Jack Boyke with 2 out in the bottom of inning number 8.
Down to your last 4 outs. You've only gotten the 3 singles. 1 in the first and 2 just last inning.
Boyke at the dish with 2 out and nobody on. He takes a first pitch strike. Tune into our postgame show for the player of the game presented by Planet Fitness in Adrian. And check out Adrian Dry Cleaners, helping you look good. 0-1 to Boyke. Jack off the end of the bat, foul out of play. Boyke 0 for 2.
Yeah, another 0-2 count to an Adrian batter as Scully continues to pitch an incredible game.
0-2 to Boyke. Bases empty, 2 outs in the 8th. And he stays alive, foul back behind the home plate. 0-2. Still on Jack. The Adrian College center fielder one of a couple seniors in the starting lineup tonight.
Trying to do his best in what he hopes is not the last at-bat of his college career.
0-2 to Boyke. It is just outside, maybe a bit low. A ball and 2 strikes to the lefty at the plate. Scully ready to go. 1-2 to Boyke. Takes, same spot, same result. Tough to take that backdoor slider.
That was a tough take on that far edge of the zone, just off the plate.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Boyke. Fouled it back out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It stays to Boyke. Should Jack reach the top of the order, and Nick Bruder would be next.
Boyke is a clutch hitter. He's done it all season long. Can he find a clutch hit here?
The 2-2 again. Inside and low for ball 3. Jack takes a breath, looks down at the first base coach, Aaron Klotz, who has not had a base runner reach his bag tonight. Coach Charlie Solis over at first. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Boyke. He hits it off the end of the bat, foul territory. There might be room, and there will be, and the catch will be made by Grabowski, the third baseman. The Dogs go down in order. Top of inning number 9 coming up next. 4-0 Endicott here in this win and advance ball game. Last inning. He'll be replaced in the field by senior number 7 Logan Klotz, who had a base hit earlier in the World Series. He's in the game at second base. Malvin pinch hit for Casey Finn. John Fusco at the plate. He'll face Ben Bates, who is out for another inning of relief work. 4-0 Endicott, top of inning number 9. Outside with the fastball.
The pitching staff has done its job. You've only given up the 4 runs, trying to give your offense a chance.
1 ball, no strikes. Inside corner for a called strike 1.
We've already seen bottom of the 9th. It's hard to put a team away.
Fusco is 2 for 2, couple RBIs, a run scored and a walk. 1-1. On the ground, foul down the first baseline. 1 ball and 2 strikes. On the left fielder for Endicott. He bats left and he throws right. 1 ball, 2 strikes on him. Ben Bates with nobody on and nobody out. From the windup, kicks and deals. Golfed in the air to right field. McWigan on the move. He'll make the catch on the run in deep right field for the first out here in the top of inning number 9.
And Drew retire Fusco for the first time in this game. I'll bring up A.J. Ham, 1 for 4 so far with an RBI.
Endicott with 9 hits to score their 4 runs. Adrian College with 3 singles, 2 by Gabe Jones, 1 by Christian Oliver. We've only allowed 1 base runner to reach second, have Endicott. This pitch low Ball one to the second baseman for the Gulls. Some light action in the Bulldog pen. This one low as well. 2 balls and no strikes. Ham, then Benestad and Kamuda. 1 out in the top of the 9th. Bates the pitch. Up and away for ball 3. Bulldog pitchers have struck out 8 Endicott batters. They've also walked 7 in this one.
Yeah, those free passes really add up over the course of a game, though they've stranded 12 runners.
This one in on the edge for a called strike. Ham dropped his bat, started taking off his batting materials, and he'll have to put those back on. Step in for the 3-1 pitch from Bates.
I mean, that was a pitch on that inside bottom corner. It's a call they've been getting all night.
Bates with the 3-1. Hit on the ground sharply to Jimenez. Rowe right there in a low throw. Eats up Oliver, and he got the ball back just in time.
Wow.
Little bare hand scoop there from the junior, Christian Oliver.
Yeah,
nice job on the low throw by Jimenez from third.
Yeah, Jimenez, that throw bounced on the turf back in. The officials are going to call to check it.
They're going to go right to video.
Yeah, that one bounced in front of Oliver, went into his chest, popped out, hit the dirt, and Oliver tried to grab it again. The question is, did he recollect it with a foot on the bag before the runner got there?
Out was the call initially.
Well, they went right to a review, and not even sure. I didn't see a Endicott coach request it, although maybe
awful close. I mean, Oliver did get the ball with his foot on the bag. Was it in time to beat the runner? That is the question.
Yeah, there's kind of 3 factors. Does he have the ball? Is his foot on the bag? And did it beat the runner? Here's another look.
Couple hopper for Jimenez.
Oh, it's
call
hard
was
to
out.
say.
Yeah. From all we've seen,
it certainly looks like he does barehand it.
Yeah.
It looks
to be the call. I think he's out.
Yeah, it looks like he has possession of the ball in time. It's a question of, does his foot come back on the bag?
Quick
Here's the
review.
call.
Yeah, quick review. Runner is out at first base. Oliver, I'll tell you what, a couple guys that have had a great defensive World Series have been Oliver at first base and Jackson McGuigan in right, as Oliver saves a base runner there and saves an error as well from his Florida teammate, Rolando Jimenez. So 2 out in the 9th. James Benestad in the batter's box. The junior bats right-handed. So there's 2 out in the top of the 9th. 4-0 Endicott. Bulldogs are the home team. So 3 more outs to get 4 runs, and this pitch plugs Benestad. So there will be a man at first with 2 out in the 9th.
Another free pass issued by Adrian pitching staff, who, as we said, has done everything that they could be asked to do in this situation.
I mean, here's
the offense just hasn't been able to break through Scully.
No. The game began with Anthony Petrillo. He went 2 2/3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 earned run. He walked 2. Then it was Carson Bruning, 1 1/3 of 3 hit ball. He allowed 2 earned runs, walked 3 but struck out 3. Then Cooper Tracy, as this bunt is laid down right back to Bates in front of the mound to throw to first in time. Trying to sneak a bunt single there was Trevor Kamuda, and it's go time for the Adrian Bats. They need 4 in the bottom of the 9th. We'll see if they can do it and extend their season. It's Endicott 4, Adrian nothing. This is Bulldog Baseball on the Adrian College Sports Network. Get your rally caps on, Adrian College fans. It is 4-0 Endicott, bottom of the 9th inning. For the first time in this World Series, Adrian is the home team, but they trail 4-0. Evan Scully back out for inning number 9, 91 pitches for the senior, trying to propel Endicott to the National Championship Series. Adrian looking for 4 to extend this ball game and 5 to walk it off. It has been a tough day at the plate for AC. Top of the Bulldog lineup, it is Nick Bruder, Rolando Jimenez, and then Gabe Jones. 0 for 3 is Bruder, and here's the first pitch. It is high for ball 1.
Adrian will try and mount a comeback. It's been a season of coming in clutch in the big moments. Do they have one more miracle in them?
On the ground, into the hole into right field. There's Bruder's base hit. His first hit of the ball game, and it opens up the 9th. Now it's time for Rolando Jimenez, the 4th time through the order for Scully, and a quick visit for Brian Haley, and they're going to make the call to the pen. So Scully leaves the ball game, allowing 4 singles. He struck out 7 Adrian batters. He's going to hand the ball off to his bullpen to try to close the door. We'll be right back. Bruder at first with nobody out. Bulldogs down 4 in the 9th. Getting his warm-up pitches in. He will face the Adrian third baseman and number 2 hitter in the lineup, Rolando Jimenez. Nick Bruder at first base, but the leadoff single. Rowe is 0 for 3 against the starter, Evan Scully. Dogs down 4. Jimenez waits for the first pitch. Slider in for a called strike in the upper part of the zone. First pitch strikes have been a consistency for Endicott pitching. 0-1 to Rowe. Low and away with that nice breaking off-speed pitch from Stewart, the senior. Bruder, the man at first. Jimenez for the 1-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Coach Craig Rainey said sometimes his guys really feel the mental impact of getting a different pitcher in there, but this is a tough one to have to face.
Slider didn't offer at it. Ball 2.
Jimenez giving him a good go, letting some of the guys on deck get some looks at the ball coming off the mound.
Nobody out, man at first, 2-2. Hit in the air, foul over our heads into the parking lot.
Jimenez almost missed that one, but got out on it.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Rowe. 4-0 Endicott. Bottom of the 9th. From the stretch comes Stewart. Foul tipped at home plate for the at-bat to continue.
Jimenez stays alive.
Jones would be next, then Christian Oliver. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Rowe. Slider, got him looking. Inside corner, he painted it. Down goes Jimenez on strikes, and there's 1 down in the 9th.
That inside corner has been there all night. And Jimenez goes down. Gabe Jones, power of the lineup. Top 15 in the nation in doubles. He'll be asked to put one in the outfield here.
Yeah, just got to get on base if you're Jones. That's the 8th Adrian College strikeout at the plate. Many have been looking. Hits this one in the air to relatively deep right. This will be playable, and the catch will be made for out number 2. That's Brendan Walsh making Endicott 1 out closer to a ticket to the National Championship Series. Last hope for the Bulldogs is Christian Oliver.
The anticipation growing in the Endicott dugout as they can feel this game slipping into their hands. Adrian down to the final out.
High fastball to Oliver. Christian has one of Adrian's 4 singles in the ball game. The 1-0. In the air to relatively deep left. More than relatively to the track wall. It's out of here. Gone goes Oliver, and it's 4-2 Endicott. How about that blast to deep left field? And life for the Dogs with 2 out in the 9th.
Oliver says he's not going down easy. He knocks that one deep. And the first non-single hit for Adrian in 2 games against this Endicott pitching staff. Oliver goes yard, and there's still life in the Adrian bullpen, but they need to find 2 runs with only 1 out.
4th home run of the season for Christian Oliver. McGuigan now the batter. J-Mac up the middle. Ham has it, gloves it, throws it, and that's the final out of the ball game. 4-2 Gulls. And that's going to spell the end for the Adrian College season. 1 for the history books and 1 for the memories. They dropped this one here on an early Tuesday morning. 4-2, your final score.
This Adrian team that all season long they were counted out by so many that the power wasn't there, the pitching wasn't there. The hitting, the consistency, the star power. The only team here to not send a player to the all-regional team, or the All-American team, and they proved everybody wrong. They won 3 games at the World Series, something I think very, very few people outside of their own dugout, their own locker room, really thought this team was capable of. But power showed up at times. They found consistency when they needed it. Clutch hits. Big pitching performances by a multitude of guys. And in the end, not enough to overcome a All-American pitching effort from one of the best crews in the nation in Endicott.
So the 6th-seeded Gulls take down your 7th-seed Bulldogs. 4-2 the final score. Christian Oliver with the lone RBIs in this final game of the season for Adrian College. Their record now 40-14 on the season. Most wins in program history in a single season. First team to win 40 ball games, and they were 1 game away from playing in the National Championship Series. And that pitching staff in this second game did everything you could have asked for in the situation. Offense just didn't have enough. 4-2 the final. Endicott gets it done. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with our post-game show. 4-2 Gulls. They're off to the National Championship Series. A historic season comes to a close as we are at 12:30 a.m. on Tuesday. Ian Went, Josh Mitchell up here in the booth at Classic Park, Eastlake, Ohio. And this 7th seed Adrian College team making people proud. They were one win away from the National Championship Series. They lose to Endicott here in the bracket championship game, 4-2. Valiant effort by this pitching staff tonight. Names that haven't seen much time on the mound. They allowed just 9 hits, 4 runs. They struck out 8 but walked 7. And they held the Endicott Gulls to just 4 runs. And the hitting side for Adrian got 5 hits, 2 of them in the 9th inning. The lone RBIs in the game, 2-out, 2-run homer by Christian Oliver. His second hit in 4 at-bats. Gabe Jones gave you 2 more hits in the World Series. Big weekend for Jones. And a memorable one for the Bulldogs. And unfortunately, there's one team that's going to end the season winning. Everyone else will end with a loss. And I tell you what, this team believed. And they knocked off Rowan University twice, a 2-time national champion. Came back, beat Endicott after losing to the Gulls. They beat Endicott earlier today. And the offense just ran out of gas here in this one. And 4-2 is your final score. Josh, final thoughts on the game and some thoughts on a memorable and a record-breaking season for this team.
An incredible experience, incredible season, and I mean, you couldn't be prouder of a team if you're this Adrian lineup. I mean, so much youth on this team. 5 juniors, 2 sophomores in the starting lineup. The majority of your pitching staff is still young, still growing. And if you had told any one of them before the season started that, hey, you're going to be playing 1 win away from being one of the last 2 teams standing out of nearly 400 in the nation, that's a successful season. And it hurts now. Yeah, you ran out of gas. You didn't have the offense at the end to pull ahead. But this is a team with so much potential, so much talent, broke a ton of records that were set by teams that went down and are remembered in Adrian baseball history, and this is certainly a team that'll join those ranks.
Yeah, 3 wins here at the College World Series, the most in a single season. 40 wins for the program, breaks the record, the first team to ever win 40. They broke the wins record earlier this past weekend. And again, 4-time conference tournament champs, regionals, hosting the regional, got the wins in regionals to punch their ticket to the Supers for the first time, and then the heroics against Bethany Lutheran to earn the trip to the College World Series, and represented the school and represented the program very, very well. All right, we're going to take a quick break. It's time for the Planet Fitness of Adrian Player of the Game. Planet Fitness and Adrian. Check them out on South Main in the Maple City today. We'll be right back with our selection right after this. 4-2 final, Endicott over Adrian here at the D3 Baseball World Series. Dog season ends 40-14. And a valiant effort right till the end. Ian Went and Josh Mitchell here in the booth. Classic Park, East Lake, Ohio. It's time for a Planet Fitness of Adrian Player of the Game. It's going to be players of the game. And we're going to go with the Adrian College pitching staff. It included Anthony Petrillo getting the start today. 2 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run. He walked 2 in the 14 batters he faced. Then he gave the ball to Carson Bruning, 1 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Cooper Tracy, 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Then Ben Bates, 2 2/3 innings of 1 hit baseball. He walked 1 and struck out 2. The Bulldogs allowed 9 hits, 4 runs. Certainly gave their offense an opportunity to get the job done, but it was not to be tonight. So congratulations to the Bulldog pitching staff for being our Planet Fitness of Adrian players of the game. All right, final thank you for the folks here at Classic Park, East Lake, Ohio, for the people with the NCAA. Big thank you to Adrian College Athletic Director and Head Baseball Coach Craig Rainey. Sports Information Director for the college, Mike Prang. And all the folks here at East Lake, Ohio. Pleasure to be here. It was an awesome experience. Just came up a little bit short, but a lot of memories by this ball club. And one program that will go down in history, the 2026 Adrian Baseball Squad. All right, Josh, any final thoughts before we sign off?
You know, it always hurts to get sent home. But at the same time, you can say that there were over 397 teams that didn't make it as far as you did, and you were standing when only 3 remained. And, you know, that's still a successful season, and room to improve, room to grow, and big things to come in the future of Adrian College baseball.
Yeah, and always thank you to the seniors going out. The Jack Boykes, the Brendan Willitsons, some of our Bulldog pitchers that have done a nice job. And it'll be tough to see them go, but they're certainly leaving a Bulldog legacy. I'd like to thank our sponsors that made this broadcast possible tonight and this morning. They are Adrian College, Mary Funeral Homes, Lenawee Community Mental Health Authority, Martin's Home Center, Matthew Eichhorn with the Taylor Agency, SkyTech Sports Bar, Justice Pro Mechanical, Dynamic Industrial Supply, O'Connor & Sons Flooring, Adrian Dry Cleaners, and Planet Fitness of Adrian. That's going to wrap it up for the 2025-26 athletic season with Adrian College. Made it to the final weekend. Bulldogs dropped this one 4-2 to Endicott. For our engineer tonight and this morning, and most all the World Series, Joe Johns. For my broadcast partners, Josh Mitchell here tonight, Larry Tuttle for most of the World Series and the regionals. Thanks to him for all of his help. I'm Ian Went saying so long and good night from Classic Park in East Lake, Ohio, here at the D3 World Series. Bulldogs drop it, final score of 4-2. This has been Adrian College Baseball on 96.5 The Cave, 965thecave.com, and the Adrian College Sports Network.